having a good day. I have done quite a bit of work off stream this time. Well, hey! Oh dear. Right, I'm going to try and show you some of it, but it's a little difficult to position. Let's see. See how I'm doing. There you go. Can you kind of see what I've been doing? I've been measuring out where all of the scales need to be, and I've done quite a few more as well. Not all of them, unfortunately. I ran out of thread. Also, Mike, what are you doing there? It's just... There we go, that's a bit better. It probably looks the same to you, but it's a bit further away from chat for me. So basically I pinned on all the ones I think that I'm going to need. If I thought that I'd need more, I added more. So, you know, I'm not running low on any of the scales. I don't know if I might need a few more of this particular piece, because this piece, it feels a little empty comparatively to some of the others. Other than that though, I think we've been doing really well. I mean, all of these have top stitch on them, and then I ran out of my bobbin thread, and I don't think I have enough top stitch thread to put it in, so I've ordered some more. That's all right. And we've got to bead and iron all of these anyway. I can kind of show you the rest of them. I have more here. Some of these are done, some of these are not, but more here. And then all of the small ones at the end need, they're all kind of like this, so they've not been top stitched, but they're ready to be. I just need to get more stuff for that. Oh dear. So yeah, I was putting them all on to see if I needed any more. A few of them I did need one or two more. And that's kind of what I expected. Jason, welcome on in. I actually am going to take all of these off now because I wanted to give you an idea of what I've been doing, but also I need to iron all of these. So, you know, we'll just take them all off. That'll be the first job of the stream. Remove all the scales, because the second job is going to be to iron them all. Got a lot of ironing to do today. That's alright. I like having a nice chill job to do on a Monday. Even if I wasn't at work yesterday, because, yeah, it was Easter. Everyone who celebrates Easter have had a happy Easter. And to anyone who doesn't celebrate it, I hope you enjoy Cheap Chocolate Week. Well, another favourite of mine. Good holiday, I like that. Nah, to be fair, I don't mind Easter because I get the day off work. I never have to work Easter Sunday. But I'm pretty sure that I have tried to go to work on Easter Sunday before, completely forgetting that it was Easter. But it should be that, you know, I don't have to work it. I actually went through nearly my whole pin cushion worth of pins, pinning all these on. I think when we end up sewing them on, we'll pin them on in layers and then and go through it like that, because otherwise I am going to run out of pins. Another thing that we need to do this week, which we can do pretty easily even if we don't get any more thread, is I need to make the extra pieces that come off the tail. So like, there are 3 of them, but one of them is a lot bigger than the other 2. And I'm still kind of up and down about what I want to use as far as the fabric goes, because it's kind of the same gold as the lame we've been using, right? But the lame's very delicate, and I'm a bit hesitant to use the lame for something that's going to stick so far away from my body in case it gets damaged. But it is the same colour as it, so I think technically that is the one I should be using. I just don't know if I will, or if I do use it, it'll need to be layered with some other stuff. I could put some iron and interfacing on it or something like that. Just basically anything to protect it a little bit. Oh dear. To be fair, this is going to take a minute. I mean, I kind of knew that it would, since it took a minute to stick them all on too. Oh dear. Maybe I should have done this before stream. I'm sorry everyone, you just get to watch me unpinning something. Let's see, on the other side now, still got one attached. And then that should be all of the size 3s. Oh yeah, so I made, you know how we made that scale pattern last week? I made 5 more of that scale pattern that'll end up covering the whole tail. And honestly, other than running out of thread, it's been going pretty good. I did a lot of it yesterday. Ah, dear Mac, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. I'm going to try to pin through all these scales, but we'll see. I think this might be a few too many. Oh dear. I just tried to keep them together in sizes because otherwise I'm going to get confused. They're not all perfectly the same size, see? Some of them are a little bit shorter, which works because there's shorter areas of the tail to cover. But it'll get confusing if they all mix with the other ones. Oh, is that the right Nightbot command? It is! That's weird. I still had the charity one on. I mean, you can still donate to the charity stuff. It's underneath the stream. But I don't want it always going through when we're not actively doing any more charity things. Ah, dear. There we go. Almost all of them. Whoop. There you go. And did I bend the needle right at the end? I did. That's okay. That's okay. They're all on. Next layer. This is a layer where I decided to zigzag over the edge and I mildly regret it. I'm not remaking all these scales because that would be a waste of fabric. I just think I could have probably just done a neat little top stitch like I did on all the others. I also think I might need a couple more of this one, honestly. I don't know, it just... something about it just doesn't feel quite right. Either that or I need to make some I think that are longer. Yeah, something about this one. It's alright, it's not bad, it's just... they're not my favourite either. All of these will need to be beaded as well, so it's going to be quite a job. The beading is not going to be as bad as the stuff we've done before for the scales, because these ones are like at least half the size, often a lot less. Is that a Kodak t-shirt? Yeah, it is. I found it at a charity store and I was like, yeah, I'm going to take that. Is it my size? No, but I'm taking it. I want... it just says Kodak products on it. It's like 10 out of 10. I would like a Kodak products t-shirt, thank you. It's... and it's also bright yellow. I feel like packaging. Yeah. Charity shops have some wacky stuff in them. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, I'm surprised you could see it from just the top. You can't even see the Kodak products. The Kodak products bit. There we go. Another one. I think all the top pieces I won't pin together yet because I'll probably do those first. Okay. There's more on this side. I also have given it some wiggle tests to make sure that the tail still wiggles appropriately and hasn't lost any of its wiggle. It's pretty good. It's still wiggling pretty good. Oh dear. That being said, it does make the tail a bit heavier to have all these scales on it. Also, oh, that's another thing. So these scales, the ones at the top, they all have curtain fabric inside them, so they're a little bit stiffer. As we go down the tail, and after, it would have been, I guess 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, all of these don't have curtain fabric in them. Because they're a lot smaller, I think it would have been a mistake to put curtain fabric in them. They would have ended up really, really thick, and also very... even though they have one less layer, because they're smaller, they look the same kind of thickness as the top layers. I think they would have made the bottom scales look really thick if I added curtain fabric, so I decided not to. I originally cut some out and then I was just like, nah, it's just not right. Something here is not right. And so past the third size of scale, 4, 5, and 6, none of them have curtain fabric in them anymore. I'm not necessarily expecting anyone to replicate this, but if they were, there you go, there's some information. Oh dear. That being said, if anyone does replicate it, I'd love to see it. I think maybe, honestly, the tail is probably one of the bits people could take away from this costume and apply to something else, because the rest of it is very specifically like, beading the embroideries looks great and all, but I can't imagine using it so often in a cosplay, unless you want to take a really long time on your costumes. Also, excuse me, my shoulder just decided it was going to go. It's alright. Right, and the rest of these, we're going to take off and leave off, I think. Oh, actually, wait, is that right? Yeah, because these are all the larger size. So let's start unpinning these. There are a few taller ones in here as well, because I have them folding over the edge. It just looked better like that. Did somebody say Kodak? Yeah, wait, I don't think you can see it very well, but Kodak products. Oh dear. And oh, that is great, thank you. It was from a charity store. I don't exactly know who made this top, but it was, I saw it and I was like, I have to have the big yellow Kodak top. Very important to me. Oh dear. You could probably find it on eBay or something, I'm sure. I've actually had this top for a long time. Like a couple years, I think. Yeah. I just don't wear it so often. I don't know why. I think it's because it's bright yellow. I need no reason to wear a bright yellow top. Like, it wakes you up. There you go. Taking all these off. And this one. Oh. Oh, love it. Thank you. Me too. I'm also a big fan of bright yellow Kodak top. I think when I bought it, Shiny looked at me like I'd gone insane, and I was like, no, wait, don't worry, Shiny, it's fine. What I've always needed in my life is, in fact, a bright yellow Kodak top. Ah, dear. Oh, yeah, that would be perfect for Jason. Oh. There we go. I'm pretty sure it's a men's top, so I don't know, you should be able to find it pretty easy. And down there. Sorry, there's a lot of pins to take out of this. It's like 2 pins per scale. And I have done... How many scales have I done? I think it's 12 times 6, add 6, add 14, add 5. There you go, that's how many scales I've done. I'm pretty sure it's close to 100, but I could be wrong. Oh yeah. Ha! Ayo! Hi Hut, how you doing? I hope you're having a good day. I am just taking off all the scales I've pinned on as a test so that I can iron them all in half and then bead all of them. It's gonna be a bit of a lengthy process, but you know what? We're here for it. At least I'm here for it. That's why I'm here today. I'm here to do the beading and ironing process. I don't think the ironing will take too long, but the beading will. Although, again, like, most of them are shorter than this. So it's not going to be as bad as last time we beaded the scales when we beaded all the ones on the skirt. And there were like 60 of those, so, you know, won't be that bad. Have been hired to make male VTubers for people. Heck yeah! Very nice, very nice. Wait, will you have time for that between making your costume? How are you feeling about the deadline, Hut? Because it's coming up in like 1 month, isn't it? If anyone doesn't know, Hut is also entering the TwitchCon cosplay contest. I think they'd probably be entering the armor category because they have made metal suit of armor from Hades. Oh dear, all the metal parts of Ares are done and finished. It'll be fine. Heck yeah. Okay, okay. Listen, I'm very supportive of your VTube making career, but also cosplay. gotta be ready for the cosplay. It's coming up so soon. Oh my god. Dear. It's really snuck up on me, at least. I mean, I've got the main parts done too, really, but then there are still some processes like this that take a little bit longer, like getting all these scales ready and then put onto the tail, because they all need a lot of individual work. Luckily, you know, it's something that I'm a bit more used to at this point, so I don't have to worry too much. I know what I'm doing, but yeah, it takes a little while. And then, oh, also, that's another thing I did off stream that I haven't shown you at all, and I still can't. I've shaped the PVC for the wings. The only piece I need to shape now is the one going into the backboard, and then that's all of my wing stuff done. And I can bring it up here, and we can start building that up. Is that all of them? Did I get all of them off? I think I did. Heck yeah. Cool. Now let's take the pins out of these, and then we can get the ironing board up. We can start ironing. I found a few eBay listings of Kodak t-shirts. Are any of them my bright yellow one? It's very comfy. Nice loose fit. You have to remember Ares has a lot less coverage than your costume. That's a very fair point, actually. There is a lot more gaps in... Honestly, all of the Hades costumes are pretty gappy for the most part, like as far as the layering goes. It looks great because of the style, but no, that's fair. Whereas I'm just like... Can you see my ankles? That's not on. You can see my wrists? Absolutely not. The only bit of me that you can see is the bottom half of my face and my bust. It's the only bit you can see. My god. Right, move all of these, and then let's get you in top-down screen really quickly so we can do some ironing. There we go. Yep. Oh, you found the yellow one? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I'm adding more to areas and is in the art though. Armor, leg armor, and stuff like that too. Is that because the sprite armor is like from the waist up? Or am I not understanding at all? Because I thought for a lot of them you only really see them from the waist up. I decided I'll try to make a helmet from steel and see how it goes. Oh, helmet. The head stuff's difficult. Big curve. Right, I need to iron all these. Where is my ironing? There it is. Get that up. And then my iron. Let's move that briefly. And I've been throwing a lot of fabric on the ground rather than in the bin recently, and it's showing. I have no idea how all this fabric got here, except for me missing it and just throwing it on the floor. I think that's probably exactly what happened, to be honest. Well, waist up, he has nothing on his forearms. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I have not played a lot of Hades, but Shiny has. So that's all my information comes from looking over Shiny's shoulder and being like, what's that do? What's that? Who's that? There's a shirt that says, I shoot people with a camera underneath of the Oh, be careful of that one. I don't know if I can share links here or not. You cannot share links here, Hut. And if you're ever wondering, it says underneath the stream. We have our rules just underneath the stream. But you can share them in the Discord and we can look at them there. Oh dear, right. What's top side, what's bottom side? Oh, did I have the same colour bobbin thread? God. I think it's this side. So yeah, what I'm going to be doing with all of these is folding them in half and then just ironing it so there's a clear line down the center, which will then later bead. There you go. You say that as though I read things. Well, it's because you ask every time you pop in here. You're like, can I post links here? Can I post links here? Are there links in this chat? No, Hut. There are no links in this chat. Oh dear. There we go. Also, you must be able to read things. At least pretty good. I can't imagine, like, doing that costume with no measurements or anything. There you go. That's what we're looking for. Line. Line. You didn't catch it. I'm gonna post up links. Jason, you're gonna have all your text removed from chat. I won't have a clue what you're saying. It'll all just be pinging off. Sorry. I think it's getting to the, well, I think, I know it's the time of year where my hay fever is playing up a little bit because my skin's gone, but my bad, I'm gonna be coughing a little bit, but then it'll go away. I got some pics of the cute bullshit I got commissioned to make in the art section. Cute bullshit? No! What are you talking about? Oh dear. It depends actually, I'd have to go see it. Maybe it is cute bullshit, but like, I bet it's just cute. Bam, 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 bam. I was right. I was gonna say, I did react to that one, right? Wait. Hut. Am I silly? I don't know if my Discord's just stopped working, because it said that I had something to read, or like in arts. But now that I look at arts, I can't see anything. Oh, okay. You put it in the VTuber section. I mean, you can put it in the VTuber section if you like, but I mean, you get a few people coming over and being like, a tutorial? Tutorial? Gonna make stuff so expensive. 2 shirts for nearly $100? Oh, see, I paid like, well, I paid charity shop prices, so I paid like £3. Like in charity shops are the bomb. They're so good. I love them. I get so many cool clothes from there. Like Kodak shirt. Also, once I've ironed it, I am just pinning it on there to help it retain its shape while it's cooling down, because I want to keep going and I don't want to be holding it the whole time. So I'll be making little stacks of these. There we go. Excuse me, sorry. It is a whip, and I'm in there now. Okay, 2 seconds. I'll finish my ironing, and then I'll come have a look. Ah, dear. It's a little off center, actually. Would it be better if it was more like that, I think? Even if it means one side's a little bit longer, let's just re-iron that bit. That's better. Serviceable, serviceable. Make sure it goes through there. There you go. And let's have a look, see. Ah! Oh, like 3D models? Heck yeah. It's not cute bullshit, it's just cute. I like it. Oh dear. Like my hair used to be very similar to that, except that I only had it at the top. Oh dear. And I'd like dye the bit that poofed out different colors. This person has a little bit more hair than I did. But I had a similar hairstyle. I liked it a lot, it was great. Oh dear. This one folds this way. I do need to make sure I'm folding these the right direction, because some of them look more like hexagons than others, and then it becomes very difficult to make sure that you fold it down the center, because it just looks like a hexagon. There you go. Another one. Adding to the pile slowly but surely. There we go. All the hair and the fox ears are physics enabled. Heck yeah! So they like bounce around when you move, right? Nice. Nice. Go. Just ask out of interest, Hut. Have you entered TwitchCon cosplay yet? Or are you waiting until your costume has a few more elements? Because that's the boat that I'm in right now. I'm waiting until my costume has a few more elements before I enter. Because it does say in the rules it doesn't have to be completely finished. It can be nearly finished. I'm gonna bank on the nearly finished, because I'll be honest, I don't think I'm gonna have everything quite done in time for the entrance. But I'll have everything done like by probably the end of June. It's just I keep adding details I don't necessarily need to add, and it racks up the time a bit. Oh dear. Ring, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. You wait until it's done? Yeah. I did see as well. I saw this on Twitter, so I don't know. But I follow quite a few cosplayers. I like following cosplayers. And one of the ones I follow is it? I don't actually know how to say their name. I think it's Embroidery? I'm gonna butcher the name if it's not in front of me. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Or find them even. Arb. I should find it by Arb, yeah. Arborackley. They're a very good cosplayer, and I'm pretty sure they won TwitchCon or GlitchCon 2020. Yeah, there it is. They won GlitchCon 2020. Like, they are a fantastic cosplayer. Very heckin' deserved. It was such a cool cosplay that they won with as well. I wonder, because they said they're making a cosplay for TwitchCon, but I don't know if they're just going to TwitchCon or if they're entering, because they're quite a big name, and if they're entering, that could be quite exciting. But they might just be making something to go in cosplay to TwitchCon. To be fair, it'd be really cool to see them at TwitchCon anyway. They're a fantastic cosplayer. Oh dear. I'm having a good day, thanks. Lovely to see you, fellow Brit. Ah, nice. Welcome in. How's your Monday going? Good. It's going very good, thank you. I hope you're having a good Monday. We're having quite a chill day here today, since we have a lot of pieces of work like this. Like, we made all these scales, they all need to be ironed, they all need to be beaded. But for me, that's a nice way of starting the week. I like that. Right, I'm gonna put that aside as one pile, and then we'll start making the next. There we go. Luna, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. Having a chill day today, Luna. I hope you've had a good weekend. That's the thing. I hope everyone had a nice weekend. I had a lovely weekend because I only had to go into work for one day and then I got the next day off because it was Easter. Oh dear. So I went on a nice walk, did some groceries, tried some new food. Heckin' good. Kind of all I want for my days off. I always forget that I get Easter off, so it's always a very nice surprise when it rolls around. Oh dear. There it is. Laying in bed still. Oh, Luna. Luna. Oh yeah. To be fair, you've been working very hard recently. Okay, Monday, pretty decent weekend too. And then it works since last Thursday, not until tomorrow. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people who have that because of the bank holidays. If you don't normally work weekends, you get like 4 days off in a row. Pretty sick. Not having my job or anything, but time off is always welcome. Exactly. This is the thing, having a nice surprise holiday off. Why not? And the thing is, there's not exactly a whole lot you can do over Good Friday, Easter Sunday, and then Easter Monday. Like, there's not like a lot of shops open or anything like that. So it's kind of just a nice time to go on walks and relax and, you know, have some downtime. Pretty good. I like it. British accent. Fairy, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. Yeah, that's us. Oh. Although mainly today we're scales. Scales on scales on scales on scales. I kind of wanted to do a silly parody of the song Sail, but just change Sail out with scales, but I have a very weak voice and I think it'd sound ridiculous. That's alright though. The thought was there. Actually looks like kind of wacky stitching. What happened? I'll put it on this side, because both sides look kind of weird, honestly. I think the stitching must have caught because it looks like, obviously it's staying down, so it's fine. It just looks a little tighter than it should be in some places and looser than it should be in others. Wacky stitching. So many scales, so many scales. Somebody can work this out. It is 12 times 6 plus 14 plus 5 plus 6. Oh no, plus 7 actually, because there was an extra one. So 7 plus 5 plus 14 plus whatever 12 times 6 is, which I think is 72. I think it's about 100 for this tail. Still working on stuff. Nice. I'm here for the cosplay. I'm here for the craft. I'm here for the British accent. I used to work in retail, one of those jobs. I only got about 2 days off, and the other job would have had me work through the weekend on a bank holiday. I work retail, but we still get Easter Sunday off, but like the rest of the days we have to work. Isn't British accent all anyone is ever there for? Probably. So it's not 4 times 6, it's 12 times 6. 12 times 6, which is 72. 72 plus 14 plus 5 plus 7. That's how many scales there are. Plus. It's a lot of scales. 12 times 6 plus 14 plus 5 plus 7. That's the one, yeah. So it's 72 plus 14 plus 5 plus 7. So that's 2 away from 100. Heck yeah. I mean, we haven't made all the patterns of the scales yet because I still have the ones that go up the extra attachments for the tail. So they'll probably end up making it 100. Actually, they'll probably make it 101, which is a bit annoying, but that's okay. I need 3 of them, so they are going to be 101. 101 scales probably is going to be the end number, unless I end up adding any more to the 3rd section, which I might do because it did look like it needed a few more. Cons, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. We just had Fairy very kindly help us work out how many scales we've made so far. The answer is 98. And then we've also, bear in mind, though, made 60 for the tail. So it'd be 158 total so far for the costume. Yeah, my old boss would literally go out of their way to say bank holidays, holidays other than Christmas, etc. It didn't matter, he'd have you working Even if no other stores were open until 10, you'd be there at 9. Not him, but you would, because it was more the time the store could make the money, and it didn't make money, it was your fault. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I work in retail, but like my bosses are reasonable and chill. I think some of the higher ups are a bit funky, but other than that, it's been like, it's fine. That's the ones you already did? Yeah, I've already made 100 and... I mean, bear in mind, 60 of them have been ironed and things. If we're just talking about the base scales, it's 158, but I haven't ironed and beaded all of the ones for the tail yet, so 98 of those still require beading. I thought it was the amount you needed to do. No. So I made quite a lot of them last week, honestly, but then because I had yesterday off, because it was Easter, I spent my time making the rest of the scales. So I like have little piles of scales, just like... There's also more that have already been ironed in the pot, but like there's some here. These ones do need a top stitch and these ones need a little help as well. But yeah, there's all my piles of scales. A lot of them right now. They all need to be ironed in half and beaded. So that's what we're doing today. That's why it's gonna take a while. Morning, Grobbit. I hope you're having a good day. There are many reasons you're glad to be out of there, yeah. I mean, a lot of people... I personally don't mind working in retail, but I can totally understand why it's not for a lot of people. Oh, dear. Great when you can have chill bosses. I had when I was retail, and it was great. We used to chat about nerdy stuff all the time. Yeah, this is the thing, like... I don't have everything in common with my bosses and co-workers, but they're chill. And so, like, I'll ask what they've been up to. They'll ask what I've been up to. We have like a nice time. A couple of my colleagues are quite into anime and manga. Manga specifically, actually, a couple of my colleagues are really into. So we'll pop back in, see what people are reading, stuff like that. Yeah. Lucky that I work in a restaurant where the bosses prefer to have time for their projects and family rather than spending all their time at work. Probably one of the restaurant's staff who work less. We all work quite hard. I'm always quite tired after work, but then it's a busy store. Like, bra fitting is one of those things where, like, you do just kind of... You have a busy day most of the time. Because if each fit is meant to take, like, a maximum of half an hour, so you give them, like, a half an hour slot. And then there are days where we'll do 27 fits. So it's, like... It gets quite intense. Most days are not like that. Most days are, like, 10 fits each kind of thing. So it's a bit more manageable. But otherwise, you're constantly busy. Sometimes we talk about other restaurants where the cooks finish around midnight and our colleagues are like, oh, I couldn't, we just got another work anywhere, literally. Like, Cat wanted attention before I do more cosplay work. Well, that sounds exceptionally more important than cosplay, and I don't blame you. You have to give the cat pets. My current job I applied for, I was unemployed thinking I was never get the job, I'm not qualified. The spillet of jelly sus, Mary Jelly Riku! Mary Jelly sus, how goes it? I hope you're having a good day. They said you'll find out at the end of the week if you get the job 3 hours after the interview said they didn't want to leave you waiting. Oh, bless you. I'll be honest, I didn't think I'd get the job where I applied either. Like, I had never bra fit before, and although I had reasonably good retail experience, a lot of people, this is going to sound like kind of silly maybe, a lot of people find me quite hard to talk to, or unapproachable and things like that, and it's never my intention to be like that. And I always want people to feel like they can pop in, but a lot of people before I haven't got jobs because, yeah, not as approachable, and for retail that's quite important. Dear. But now that I got it, I'm in. They won't get rid of me. I'm here until I leave, which will probably be soon, honestly. I've been there for a while, and it's a good store to work at. But, oh, especially if we move, I don't want to travel hours and hours to get there every day. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Work in occupational therapy in a mental health hospital. Heck yeah. Also, that must be so taxing too. Very admirable. Yeah, very admirable. Oh dear, also don't miss something. Oh no, it's fine. Oh duh. Honestly, I love it. Yeah, and having a job that you can love and go to every week, yeah, that is a blessing, a big blessing. Oh dear. And you're more likely to stay at a job where you care about it. Oh dear. Even if it's only a little. Oh yeah. There you go. Oh, we're getting onto the big ones. Heck yeah. We do have a lot of this particular one because it covers the first 2 sections. Although I've also used a few slightly larger ones to cover the first 2 sections, so I'll have to do those too. Any ones that actually, I might swap a couple out because I don't actually want some of them ironed if they're going to be on the corset because it will just add a lump that I don't want. So I might swap some of those out with ones that I've already ironed. Oh wait, what am I doing? I'm not pitting these all individually, that would be mental. No, what I need is, I think I have 4 here that have already been pinned. Right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'd like to swap 4 of these out with these ones. Because that way I can have these nice and flat on the corset. There you go. Because those ones also won't be beaded, whereas these ones will be. There we go. Do, 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 do. There we are. The dig, I was on the waitlist, have finally said no, so now I'm completely free to actually make a concrete plan for this summer. Ah, I hope you have some heckin' good summer plans. And the weather gets warmer, and it's easy to travel. Heck yeah, heck yeah. It's very relaxing, I love it. Taking it easy before doing Princess Leia is nice. Heck yeah. Do not blame, do not blame. Sad, but glad you find the art in the dark. Yes. Yes. And I hope you get some good summer plans. Yes. Very, very, very good. What are you planning on? Oh yeah. They're aggressive ones, but you see them getting better and that's amazing. Yeah. Oh yeah. Guy who was very depressed to do art, he had a breakdown and the next week he was buying art supplies. Another guy teaching the guitar. Yeah, heck yeah. Honestly, it's literally a month past when they said they were going to give me an art, so I'm glad I finally have one so I can apply for the museum studies course. Yeah! Heck yeah! Get your museum studies on! Oh dear. Right. Heck! Z! Heck! Did you do your double horn yet? For 21 months! Jesus Christ, say that's a long time. Well, thank you so much for hanging around for so long. I can also, hi, I hope you had a good weekend. We are suspicious. I think it's okay. I thought I was meant to have one more of these, but I think I probably added it somewhere else with a different scale. That's okay. If that's what I did, then that's fine. But I can't remember if that's what I did. Ah, dear. Come on, there you go. Get all these through here. Oh. There. Very good. And okay. I think this is the next biggest. I'm pretty sure. These are 4s. No, these are 3s. They'll be, yeah, bigger than the 4s. Okay, let's do this one next then. Ah, dear. Or is it just archaeology? I'm actually an art history NA student, but the study is mostly on ancient art. Heck yes. I used to love studying that. Oh, so good. Oh dear. Definitely. Oh wait, I got it. In fact, not a chat. Oh dear. Right. I've forgotten what I was going to do, so I'll drink some tea. You'll have to excuse me. I'm a bit fuzzy brain this morning. That's alright, I can drink some. Oh yeah, I was going to iron the next ones. Very cool. Let's... So these ones won't take nearly as long to bead because they're a lot smaller. You know what is going to take a really long time? Attaching all these to the tail. When I was pinning them on, I was like, oh, all of these are going to need extra stitches on and they're going to need to be stitched to each other. And Okay. I maybe slightly underestimated the amount of time that was going to take. It's okay. What we'll probably do is another floor stream where we sit on the floor, we just spend like a lot of time attaching them to the scales, because we'll have to work from the tip of the tail all the way up so that we get the layering correct. But I don't think it should be too bad. I think we just might want to plan for quite a long stream to do that, because originally I was like, oh yeah, we'll get them all on in a couple hours, whereas now looking at it, it's like, it's gonna take 2 probably full day streams, I think, to get all of these scales on, which is fine. I'm prepared for it, but yeah, I may have underestimated a little bit. That being said, this is gonna look sick when they're all on there. Ah, Ray, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. Oh, I'm doing very well, thank you. I've had a very chill weekend. I hope you had a good weekend. Ah, dear. Poor panda bears, they fall out of trees? Do they? I thought pandas were like, they could sit on a really small branch and it wouldn't even, like, they just sat on it, even though they're quite big bears. Then again, they also do roll around a lot. I've seen them rolling quite a few times. Doing well, eating hot cross buns, eating lettuce. Hot cross buns and lettuce? Oh, painting lettuce. I was just like, grab it? Grab it? What? What, are you sure? Oh dear. I spent about 9 hours and 3 streams in the same heckin' boss and Sakura. I've seen people doing that, especially now that Elden Ring is out. They're like, listen, I won't finish the stream till I beat this boss. And then they just don't finish the stream. Oh dear. Whenever I see people with that kind of title, I'm like, ooh, good. Oh dear. Lots of YouTubers are pretty clumsy. Really? Aww. I feel like painting lettuce is weirder, eating buns and lettuce. Yeah, but hot cross buns are sweet. Like, regularly, I'd agree with you. Like, sure, like a bun, lettuce, like a hamburger almost. But no, hot cross buns are sweet. And sweet and lettuce, like that to me, that's a weird. Crafted video streams, nice. Ah, dear. What kind of crafts was it that you do? It's me. Can I remember? But not. Oh dear. That was a thing. I need explanation on the painting letters thing, please. You know what? I don't need an explanation, but I'll take one. Listen, you want to paint a lettuce? You paint a hecking lettuce, and I believe that it will be the coolest painted lettuce that ever was painted. To be fair, I imagine painting a lettuce would be reasonably difficult because all the leaves would be peeling off. Like, that actually sounds like quite a challenge. Ah, dear. Thank you for thing. Ah, dear. Well. There we go. Oh, they're so nice and toasty. I should have done this earlier on in the project, honestly, because it used to get so cold in the craft room during the winter. And this is so nice. Heck yeah. I kind of want to see pictures of pandas falling out of trees now. Painting lessons for sure, yeah. Practicing texture, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like the layers and all of the bits like flopping out at the top. Like that's gotta be actually quite a challenge. Good on you, it's gonna be a great lettuce. Will you post it in the Discord once you finished it? You don't have to, of course. You know, if you want your art to stay secret, you keep your secret art. We'll support you secretively. Ah, dear. Wait, I'm dumb. Oh yeah, no, they're probably drawing a picture of lettuce. Mine was pretty good, thanks. Honestly, I was thinking a lot. And thanks to you being a kind inspiration to get me gonna start a cosplay project soon. Are you ready? Okay, what have you decided? What have you decided on? What's gonna be your first hit on a cosplay, do you think? Or have you got options? Ah, dear. Thank you. If anyone is new here and has not seen the cosplay we are making, the first link that Nightbot just posted is a link to the costume Wikipedia, where you can learn a little bit more about the character Mateus, and you can also see like the whole picture of the costume because it is kind of disguised by chat. And if you're a cosplayer yourself and you are looking to maybe enter a costume competition, TwitchCon Amsterdam is open to anyone in Europe, and it is a pretty heckin' fun one. You just have to do 15 hours of the crafting online with the correct title, and you're eligible to enter. If you're in America, there is an American one as well, but that's coming up in October. So actually, honestly, it just means you've got more time to make it. Painting on a letter sounds fun too. Heck yeah! Okay, first one is painting on a canvas. Second one is painting on the letters, right? Oh, English painting on letters, exactly. Yes, yes. There we go. Actually, maybe with the iron, don't need my cardigan anymore. Also, that's all of the second one's done. Ow. I'm just trying to keep them out of the way so that they're not getting in the way, but they've all got pins going through them now. I guess this one would be the next one? Heck yeah. Slowly but surely we are making our way through these. The ironing is the quick part today, to be fair. I don't know, do these look bigger? No, they do look shorter. They look shorter but the same width. I don't remember what I was doing when I was making the patterns. I was doing something. A Berber? Have a good Berber. Ah, dear. Right. Yeah, me from a couple days ago was thinking something. But I also patterned these after work on Saturday. So I've been out for like 13 hours. Speaking of what happened on Saturday, I know quite a few of you probably know a streamer called Val Mods, but if you don't, check out Val Mods. I have an alert on their channel now. It's very cursed. So Vile has a redeem. If you get to a certain amount of points, you can have your own sound alert added to the channel that only you can use. And I have added a sound alert to Vile's channel, and it's very loud. It's not one from this channel, it is like a completely new alert. But yes, if any of you want to hear that, you're going to have to check out Vile's stream. And honestly, I would recommend to check them out anyway. They're a very fucking oh my god, frick, I don't even know where that came from. I don't even swear normally. They're a very heckin' fun place. Oh, that's probably what it is. Fun and heckin'. There we go, they're a very fucking fun place to hang out. Aggressive as heck for a jelly. Big curse, yeah. I probably like curse like several times a year on stream, but it's not very common. And normally I do it on purpose. Oh dear. They shouldn't put fun and heckin' close to each other. Fine, it's fine. It's early on in stream. No one heard it, right? Nobody heard it, and you won't tell on me. Oh, I'm back. Good. Welcome on back. Ah, dear. I'm eating brunch and I need to study for a test. Ooh, cons. Good luck on your heckin' studies. I hope they go well. I hope you did 47. I haven't done 47 scales yet, but we are actually making, like, we're doing pretty good. I actually have no idea how many we've ironed because there's different amounts of a few of the scales, and I don't remember which ones have different amounts. But we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. The sound redeem Vals is a big curse. Oh, absolutely. I actually really like, is it Jolt's one? So Jolt has a great, I don't want to spoil any of them because I kind of want you to go over there and hear them. But Jolt has one and it is stunning. And there's actually a really good clip of it being used on YouTube, 2 seconds. Grim very kindly posted the clip to YouTube because it was so funny. It was just so perfect because they had 2 sound alerts that overlapped each other, and I'm gonna watch it now as well because it's called Chat Onto My Lunch. Oh dear. There you go. I have a sound effect called this sad potato. Oh no. You know, the most important thing is to keep making more instead of losing the ones you've already have. Yes, you're right. There's a finite number. At some point you'll be done. Exactly. I think with this clip you can skip to about 45 seconds through.
The best.
I'm just gonna watch it now because it makes me laugh so much. I love it.
It's different. I guess I could go from there. Fuck. There you go.
There it goes. It's so good. The layering of the sound alert is so good. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, it just kills me. saw that posted, because I didn't see that live, when I saw that posted, it was just so good. It's so good. I will do a quick shout out for Vile so that you can go see these kind of things live. But oh my god. So yeah, that would have been Jolt's custom sound alert with one of the many, many fart sounds they have on their channel. Oh dear. Old flatmate and I were watching a stupid video found on Instagram where one potato said to the other, my name followed, and you couldn't be a sad potato. Oh dear. Honestly, that one, it gets me. It's a very good clip. And whoever played the fart sound right after Jolt's custom one said shout out to my lunch. Oh, it was so good. It's such good timing. Hi, Luna. Do you like it? Do you like it? Is it fun? Good clips are best clips. Absolutely. So this is probably going to take me forever, but I was looking around a lot and we have a choice. There is Jinx from League of Legends, The Pretty Amazing Mandalorian. I have no idea if you saw that series with Baby Yoda. All I have seen is Baby Yoda. I haven't actually watched the series, but I've seen Baby Yoda a lot. And I've worked from Paladins, but I adore her weapon, but the problem is I'm falling in love with mostly armor. No, that's fine. Like, personally, I'm the same. I love sewing. I can make props, but it's not my favorite thing to make. And yeah, I think that's okay. Like, look at the armor, look at stuff like that. If you've already got a few ideas, that's a nice place to start. Jinx is a very nice costume. Jinx, I'm assuming it's Jinx Arcane, or I guess you could do the original Jinx skin as well. I actually think the Arcane skin is a little easier. Although, because the big rings in the center, I'm like, those are curtain rings. I'm sure those are curtain rings. But you would then need a presser to use them, which would be a bit of a pain. Unless you did something else. You could probably just make a bias tape in the same color and then you could do the rings like that. And the thing with the original Jinx is there's a lot of tiny, tiny details everywhere, so you have to make a lot of little bits and bobs. Whereas the Arcane Jinx, it's a bit more toned down. And a bit more realistic, I suppose, which is nice. Yeah. I mean, they're both good. And honestly, Jinx has some other good skins as well. Yeah. I can't speak a lot of The Mandalorian, unfortunately, because I'm so sorry I don't watch television. But, yeah. I've seen Arcane, and that's about it. And then, anything from Paladins. Probably going to be quite a layered armor. But, like, it'd probably be fun. That's the kind of costume I like to make, right? Really layered. Arcane is lovely, but have you seen the new skin? Battle Cat? Oh, wait, no? 2 seconds. I just assumed that was the most recent skin Jinx had had. Battle Cat. I'm gonna have to type in Jinx as well, aren't I? There you go. Ooh. Oh, but she's so cute though. Ah, that's such a cute skin. With the white hair, or you can have the pink hair. Oh, I actually really like the blue tones in that one as well, though. That's really cute. Wait, I want to see a big one. Oh, that's so cute. I still think it's a lot of sewing work, probably, because that's like a tailcoat with a leotard, tights, which you could just, or you could print the color onto some leggings and make them into leggings. Actually, that might be the easiest way to do the entire bodysuit, to be quite honest. So you can do with bodysuits, if you've not seen it before, take your measurements, get a pattern for it, right? Which you can kind of do really easily with a duct tape pattern. Put those duct tape patterns onto a big piece of paper and scan them into a computer using a printer, or if you go to a library using something like that. And then draw over the top of it the design of the bodysuit. Because then what you can do is you can print that at a custom fabric place, which there are loads of online, and have it sent to you in like a latex or a spandex or a scuba, and then you can literally just sew it together. And it'll all be perfect, and you don't have to do any fabric painting or anything like that. Ah, dear. Oh, the pants for Jinx is a pain. Are they? I thought they were a bit more toned down. They're just the 2 colors, aren't they? Or have I misunderstood? I probably have. Probably misremembered it. Show me Arcane Jinx. There they are. Oh, they're quite tight stripes though. I might print custom fabric for that, to be honest, as well. Yeah. I mean, you could paint it for sure. You definitely could paint it. But I think having the custom fabric printed would probably be easier as far as like getting the gloves to match and stuff. That's what I would do. Everyone could do different things, of course. Ah, dear. This Jinx skin's terrible. Arcane Jinx is the only skin that looks good. That's because it looks like the original. You say that, but I was just looking at the Battle Cat and that looked pretty damn cute. They're 3-colored. And you quilted them. You could absolutely quilt them. That probably look most accurate to how they made it originally. Yeah. Because I guess thinking back, like, what the technology would be to make that kind of stuff. Yeah, I can imagine that. The original Jinx is a very cool skin. I would need more body confidence to wear. But it's lots of tiny details. Like, you're making a lot of bullets. I think the one thing that puts me off Jinx cosplay, doing a Jinx cosplay myself, is the hair. Because dealing with hair that long for an entire day at a convention, that's exhausting. Oh dear. And that was amazing. It is cute. She's green and the accents are lovely. Heck yeah. DJ. I actually really like the little green bits. And I'm not a genius. It's not my idea to print this onto things, I should say. Like, this is just something a fair few cosplayers will do when it comes to making bodysuits, right? Because, like, I can see on this there's, like, little panels of grey around her knees and stuff like that. When you do a duct tape pattern, you can literally just draw those onto it. Cut it so it sticks flat and stick it to paper. And then, yeah, that way you can make a really quick and easy pattern out of it without having to have too much pattern skills. And then you don't have to go back and try and paint it or work with 5 different color fabrics. You could just print out the one. The thing is, it will look a little expensive because it is custom fabric. Like, you're looking at like 15 quid a meter. But if you consider that you probably only need 1 meter, rather than buying 5 different fabrics, it ends up being a lot cheaper. Just takes a bit more time. Oh dear. I got to FaceTime my puppy and she was acting like a complete chicken. That sounds like a puppy. That sounds like a puppy. Oh, I'm glad you went to FaceTime them though. That's so chill. Also, hi Punisher. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome on in. We're gushing about Jinx skins right now. It's braided though. You already had the right color too. Honestly, even if it's braided, maybe it's because I'm used to UK cons, and the weather in UK cons are very unpredictable. Having any long-haired character is a pain in the ass. We get high winds, big storms, and then it'll be sunny in 5 minutes. Like, with such unpredictable weather here, having anything with long hair, braided is definitely better than not braided. Like, the same reason I'd never do a Hatsune Miku cosplay, because dealing with that much hair that's just out and about, it's a pain in the ass. But yeah, even braided, it's not something I would go towards. Otherwise, I actually really like Jinx's costumes. Oh, Spoonflower has already printed Jinx fabric? Heck yeah. Is that for like the trousers? I'm assuming that's not bodysuits. Because of course, everyone's body's going to be a bit different. But the trousers? Heck yeah. Food forever, especially for the weapons. Probably. But like, as long as you're enjoying the crafting process, then it would be like a really fun time making something you love, you know? That's kind of how I look at it, but that's only because like all of the costumes I've made recently have been really long. The ones before were much quicker, they were like a month long. But when it comes to approaching a costume like this, the other thing is like, I'd always recommend having a list of the things you need to do and like really break down that list. Like, if I was say making my own bodysuit, I would say, pattern the bodysuit, do a duct tape pattern, stick the pattern on paper, scan the paper, draw the design on Photoshop, send the design and format it for that. And that would be like all separate steps, because that way I might not be able to do all that in a day, but I can tick off like 3 boxes in a day, so it feels like I'm actually doing more. Otherwise, with these longer builds, it can get, like, you can get cosplay burnout very quickly. Yeah, because you don't see a lot of progress early on. Also, it's annoying me to have the hairband there. Get rid of it. Oh dear. Oh, the city to ashes and see what Pow. I used to think it was saying see what Papa thinks. And I was like, who is Papa? I'm sure they'd tell you to go to your room. How dare you blow up the city? Days going by and so far. Yesterday, my external hide rate for the 4 arrived. I'm gonna continue installing keys on it. Can't tell you how vindicating it is to have more space. Heck yeah. I'm glad that's got there. I feel it. I feel it. I have all the Jinx weapons, but that is because I'm an old Jinx cosplayer. Heck yeah. Also, Az, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you had a good weekend as well. I finally figured out what Gawain's cloak thing is, so now I need to figure out how. So I figure out how to stitch the chainmail and save up for yarns. I feel that. I'm currently saving up for a couple of things. Oh dear. Oh, you want me to snack and hydrate? I can snack and hydrate. I could do a little snack and hydrate. I've actually left my snacks on the other side of the room though, which was not very smart. Oh dear. You made yours from foam? I think I'm probably... So the prop I'm making for this one, I originally thought that I was going to use more foam. I think I might use clay foam for sculpting like the snake. And maybe to build up a few places on the pole. But otherwise, maybe make a couple of lines in foam so I can stick those around for extra like grip stuff. I think it's mostly resin. I thought I was probably going to use more foam on this costume than I did. Because I actually have foam in the cupboard, I just don't use it very often. Pap has a machine gun. Oh, I know that now. Do not worry. Now I am aware. I was made aware a few years ago when I was saying like, why is it Papa? What's Papa? And they were like, no, it's Pow Pow and that's the gun. Oh dear. Right, I need to do my snack break and stuff, don't I? 2 seconds, I'll go grab it. Oh, yeah. I don't know why I left them over here because I don't even snack over here. I also left my phone over there. I should probably grab that just in case it happens. That's all alright. Put that there. Put this here. Oh dear. When I first heard the song, I just thought, okay, I thought she was referring to powder. Oh, yeah, so many different interpretations of that one line. Velvet yarn isn't too expensive, but I will need a lot of it, especially since the ones I'm looking at don't have a ton of yardage, so they're like 50. Yeah, that's always a pain. When you look at wolves and you're like, perfect, I'll need 6 balls. And then you suddenly realize, no, you need 12. There's another 100 gram balls. Ah, dear. Sings a song for the League of... Oh, nice! Ah! We're slowly but surely getting through these. Ah, Tisa, I want to look through at the Plaf creative icon too. When you had the chance, I'm in heaven when I look at it. Like after whatever. What? I want you to look at the Plaf creative icon. What is Plaf? I can have a look at it. Have you posted it somewhere, Tifa? Tifa? Tisa? It doesn't look like yet, unless I've missed it. I might have missed it. Oh dear. Oh, there's Jinx. Nice. Oh dear. Right, I need to leave this with these because these aren't fully finished yet. They're not ready for ironing. But I think that should be alright. There we go. We can still get the rest of these done. It's just there's a few not. Oh, it's a sort of sewing machine. Oh, of course it is. Ah, dear. Well, do you want to send me a link to it to make sure that I get the right one? And then I can do that after stream if that's okay. Yeah. It's not one that I've ever worked with. Plastic. They're not very prominent here in the UK. Like, you can get plafts, but not a lot of them. It's like the same with like certain other brands where they're a lot more popular overseas. So I can't necessarily speak a lot on the brand, but I can give it a go. Ah dear, especially since the cloak is golden yellow and the velvet yarns mixed that way are super bulky and have less than 70 yards a ball, or more expensive, have around 150 ones a ball. Yeah, I kind of love that though. Velvet yellow? Oh, that's gonna be, oh my god. That's gonna be stunning. You will shine. Obviously, as you can probably tell from this project, I am quite biased when it comes to like yellows, golds, all that kind of stuff. I think it's the best. Yeah. Did a concert icon in 2019. I got an autograph. Aww. Heck yeah. Speaking of autographs, they've recently started releasing, what do you call it? The guests that are going to be at MCM this year. I mean, I don't normally go to MCM for the guests, to be quite honest. I like the cosplay scene, and that's why I'm there. But it is exciting, and they've started releasing more of the cosplay meets as well. Like, I was having a look for it the other day. No Square Enix or Final Fantasy one yet, unfortunately. But where's MCM? Oh, it's not in there. I've already got TwitchCon. That's fair. That's fair. Past me. I understand. There you go. Enter that. And I want to look at the London one. And the things to do. Yeah, they're still announcing guests. And it would have been fan meets? Yeah, so they've started releasing them. So they got Skate, Pokemon, Dream SMP, Marvel, Overwatch, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Bleach on Friday. More Dream SMP, Zelda, Ruby, Danganronpa, Five Nights at Freddy's, Genshin, Star Wars, Pokemon, Bungo Stray Dogs, Resident Evil. I kind of wish I was doing the Resident Evil meet, but I am not. Demon Slayer, Homestuck, Magnus Archives, Overwatch and Attack on Titan on Saturday so far, and Persona, Sword Art Online, again Dream SMP, Zelda, Genshin Impact again, Ensemble Stars, another Attack on Titan, more Homestuck and more Overwatch on Sunday. I am really hoping there's a Final Fantasy one. If not, it's okay, but I think that would be really cool, so I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I'm like, is anyone gonna do Final Fantasy? I'd love that. Ah, dear. Yellow gold bias is a little obvious. Yeah, I just really like yellow and gold. I just think they are some of the best costume colors you could use. The thing is, I think gold is quite diversive, right? I know a few people that can't stand gold. And, but I love it. I don't know. For me, it's just like one of my favorite colors easily. I know some people that really don't like gold. They would really hate this costume. It's all gold. I'm hyped for it. It's a relatively simple Rana, and I can either Tunisian simple stitch it or single crochet it because the original is quilted. Oh, sick. Well, that's nice that you have options. I guess you could kind of see how quickly the rest of the costume's coming together and make a decision based on that, or what would match the rest of the costume best. Heck yeah, heck yeah. You guys did a Spike Spiegel costume? That must have been cool. I'm sure a lot of people recognized you with that one. That's a good one. All the classic anime, oh, they always go down pretty well at a convention. Heck yeah. Oops, sorry. Oh. I am still debating whether or not to take a second costume with me, because I won't be taking the spear or anything to MCM. I'm like, well, I will have a little bit more space than I originally thought. Should I take another costume with me? But I just don't know if I could be bothered to carry two costumes, because all the costumes I have in the house are quite heavy. I don't know. I'm still up and down about it. There we go. And I mean, if it was like a convention around the corner, then like, sure, I'd do a different costume every day. With the traveling and all that, it might not be worth it. Ah, dear. When people walking past me saying, "See you, Space Cowboy," it was too soon. For the longest part of the crochet is going to be the chainmail, just because the stitch patterns I'm looking for are very complicated. Yeah, I wondered if something like that might be the case, to be honest. Because it, anything where you use slightly more unusual methods to make the costume, it tends to take a lot longer. But then, of course, the final look is fantastic. So it's like, it's very worth it. Oh, it has a projector and you can use it sewing and embroidery, as well as voice assist as well, and can embroider on yarns and beads and sequins and even texture yarns. I'll have a look at it after stream if that's alright, Tisa, because we'll see. I'll have a look at it. I'm sure it's lovely. When it's a machine that I don't know very well, I have to have a good read through, honestly. That's alright, I do this quite often. I just do it off stream, because otherwise I'm here talking about a sewing machine for like 2 hours, which isn't good for you either, because most of the information you'll be getting from me is absolutely useless. Oh dear. There we are. And... oh yeah. There we go. One more of this one, and then... I think it is just the 5s to go, because I can't do any of the 6s yet, because once again I ran out of thread. Which is fine. It just means I have to wait a little bit on them. Okay. These ones are a lot easier to fold in half as well, because they don't have the curtain fabric in them. So they go much quicker. Heck yeah. The cosplay is going to take a while. But it's gonna look amazing. Heck yeah. Well, that's the thing. Sorry, I'm struggling with reading today. My bad. My reading skills today have been absolute garbage. I'm so sorry. I promise I'm doing my best. Oh. If I read any of your messages weirdly, it's not you, it's me and my rubbish reading today. Oh. There we go. Oh yeah. 1. I can't tell. I think it's this side. I'm trying to get it. So at the moment, my top stitch and my bottom stitch are 2 different thread types. Oh, so it's a little tricky. Anime, welcome on in. How goes the costume? We're doing fine here. We're having quite a chill day. We're going to be beading and, well, at the moment we're ironing all of these, so we need to beat them afterwards. We're getting them all folded in half, so it's easier to beat them. It's a slow process, but we're getting there, you know? So that's how cosplay is. It's just ironing and doing other things, and then back to ironing again. And then maybe other things for a bit, but then straight back to ironing. I think we're used to it here at this point. You finished the scale problem? Oh yeah? How did you fix that? Oh. Curious. Also, there's a good thread on that one. I don't really want it. None of that extra thread, please. We don't need that. There you go. Trim that off. It's playlist to like know and use everything on the machine. Okay. Gotcha. I mean, I'll be honest, probably go... I can reply to it in the public Discord if you like. Oh dear. Oh yeah. Up to you. I thought cosplay was running around a con sweating a lot or being freezing, then sitting in You know, actually, Gran, that does sound pretty damn accurate. I think that's the cosplay wearing experience. I'm actually going to get a little handheld fan. I found one. Well, I say I found one. It was recommended to me by a colleague, and they showed me their one, and I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I need, honestly. So I'm going to get a couple of those, just to try and stay cool. But otherwise, yeah, if not, well, it's normally spoons, but if not spoons, some pub that has air conditioning. Also, I hope you're having a good day. I bought foam that was the same and had one to draw them onto the foam and made them against basically. I bought foam that was same and had to draw them onto the foam and I made them myself basically. Okay, cool. So, I'm probably here just being a dumb. Also, George, heck, thank you so much for the raid. 2 seconds, I need to do you a heckin' wet shout out. How was your stream? If you sweat to death or freeze to death, nothing in between. Yeah. Ah, dear. Hi, George. How was your heckin' sweet stream, Sweet Bean? If anyone doesn't know George is a very heckin' sweet bean. They do all kinds of streams on their channel, very much variety. But they do. Wait, what? Oh, I was gonna say. They did FIFA, was it? Nice. But they also do like cooperative games. They do sports games. It's a heckin' chill time over there, so if you haven't checked them out before, do it now. It took some time that was faster than buying them. To George and Dem, I'm so sorry. I'm really struggling with reading today. I didn't think it was that bad, but it is getting noticeably difficult to read chat. Not because of what anyone is posting in chat. I am just a bit of a dumb brain today. I've had a migraine and I'm still a little bit struggling to read. So if I misread anything or misunderstand anything you said, just let me know. Like, just say like, no, Jelly, I didn't say this. I said this, so that I'm not completely misinterpreting you. Oh dear. I know Gawain cosplay will make me sweat so much. I'm anticipating to sweat. Yes. It was great, thanks. Heck yeah, Riku! Welcome on in. Oh wait, you're already here. Welcome back. Oh dear. Yeah, I might have to end stream a little early if it's getting too bad. I should say, like, I'm not in any pain or anything. It's just that kind of like residue. The residue. And it means all of chat keeps wobbling around on the screen a bit much. If you guys could just sit still, it'd be so much easier. Stop going side to side. You were in both? Aw, Riku. A heckin' supportive bean. Hi, Purple, how goes it? The Mew embroidery was so heckin' cute. I hope you've had a good weekend. I was gonna get a burger for lunch, but didn't realize I supposed to. Oh no. George, that's a sad. Did a little sneaky stream, no mukbang today. That is fair. No mukbang. Oh dear. You were playing Vampire Survivors here yesterday. I was like, I recognize the name of the game, but I haven't played it. I know what game that is. I absolutely know what game that is. Shiny's been playing that non-bloody stop. I was like, you started playing, I was like, wait a minute, I recognize this. This is what I see whenever I go into my living room. It's this. Oh dear. You started beading Mew? Heck yeah. What kind of beading are you doing? Are you doing beading over the whole thing or like accent beading? I was thanks to Dem, I was able to play it. Ah, yeah, because Dem played it yesterday as well, right? After the bunny game. Everyone playing Vampire Survivors, and I'm like, I know this game. I see it all the time. Oh dear. I posted one of the yarns I'm looking at for the cloak in the Discord. Okay, 2 seconds, and I shall have a peek at that. Oh dear. I sent it to Jaws not long before he was going to end. Ah. Also, Techno, welcome on in. You're doing outlining. No, you're fine. You can't spell, I can't read. I sadly couldn't catch the H2. I was in bed. Well, yeah, it was getting quite late, right? Oh dear. Oh, that's that. Whereabouts have you put it? Is it in the live stream chat? There it is. One of the arms I'm looking at, it has 131. Oh yeah, I'll go to the UK one. That's fine. Oh, okay, it's one of those. I've never had an opportunity to sew with one of those, or knit or crochet with one of those, like the velvety touch ones. But I always look at them and I'm like, that's very heckin' fun. I like that a lot. The texture, yeah, that's where it's at. It's so nice. Lovely. Oh, thank you. See, summer's arrived in Britain. Kind of. It says it's about to rain, honestly. I have a little weather thing at the bottom of the screen. It's like, rain incoming. I'm like, okay, that sounds about right. But it is definitely warmer than it has been. So that's nice. Right. I need to undo this since we've done everything we can. There's a few that I can't do yet because they need a bit more like thread and stuff. Ah, dear. Hello, Sonny. Hello. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome on in. We are having a slow day here today. And once again, I apologize in advance if I am just continuously misreading your messages. I am doing my best. It's been raining here for about 3 days now, so very cold. We have had it. So I actually went out for a walk yesterday because it was nice and sunny. I'm just waiting for my iron to cool down, so it was nice and sunny. And we went out for a walk in the morning. just around really. And then when we got home, we were like, oh, you know, it's nice and hot out today, like, don't need a coat or anything. And we got home, tipping down with rain, like 1 hour later. Like, such heavy rain. And that's kind of what it's been like here. It's like really nice and sunny, beautiful, and then 1 hour later, it is tipping down. Oh dear, yesterday was super warm here, so I went and bought boba. Oh, lovely. I'm surprised it was open. Or maybe I guess it depends where you live. But yeah, for us, everything was closed yesterday. You go on walks, but you can't go in anywhere. The skirt of the winter coat work in progress is mostly velvet yarns, which are very soft and warm. Yeah, I bet it would be a lovely winter cosplay. But so many of the cons are in the summer, so you and me are going to have the same issue where it's a lovely winter cosplay, but damn, it's hot in the summer. You'll be lurking. Oh, thank you, Riku. Have a lovely lurk, and thank you for popping by. You just woke up, Sonny? Heck yeah. I honestly feel like I just woke up, but I haven't. I've been awake for a bit. Oh, dear. Playing Genshin? Oh, I don't have it here. I'll take a picture of it. So I got my weekend pass for MCM in the post, and they all have Genshin characters on them. all the MCM passes, depending on which one you got. So I got the weekend ticket, which I think is his name Zhongli on it? Like a big guy in like a bronze kind of armor. And yeah, so I have him on my MCM pass. But if you had like a, you know, like a 1 day ticket or like not a priority ticket, then you'll get different characters. Oh, is he daddy? Okay. He wasn't out when I was playing. What's your main in Genshin? That's a good question, actually. If it's not the jellyfish woman, then... Did I tell you tickets go on sale for my local con in June? Con will be in October. Okay, that's not too bad. I think October's a nice month for conventions, honestly, because it's just a little bit cooler. It's not quite so roasting hot as some of the summer ones. Kokomi! Yeah, Kokomi! I didn't play much, to be fair. You just know who Daddy is, but that's about it. If it's Kokomi, what are you doing? No, what you're doing is the right thing. Don't even know I'm making a Shogun, because I like her weapon. She's very pretty, to be fair. She's the purple lady, right? Probably the weekend before Halloween. Oh, that's fun. Around Halloween is such a good time for conventions. I know who Ito, Zhongli, and Thoma? Thoma are. Nice. If it's not Kokomi, sorry. It's gotta be Kokomi. Ah, dear. Kokomi main. I haven't even got Kokomi. I know, she came out way after I stopped playing. Maybe I should go back and play just to get Kokomi. But how, like, she's like a 5-star, right? That's gonna be a lot of pulls to get Kokomi. I haven't got a single 5-star. Use Kokomi all the time. Heck yeah! It is Kokomi! That's because they're spicy. See, I think Kokomi's spicy. She's got, well, mainly I just think that because she has a jellyfish and I'm biased. Sorry, but God, I love the chalk prints. That's all right. We'll forgive you, Riku. We forgive you. I might be a bit excited to enter the cosplay contest at my local con. Question is which costume to enter. Oh, true, because you've been making quite a bit. I guess whichever one you feel most confident with on the entry, like at the time. What tea have you got? I got biscuit tea. I needed something with a bit of caffeine in it. Kokomi with 30k physical hit off her set high OP. Nice. I need to get back into Genshin, I think. So how many rolls do you think I need to take to get Kokomi? Because they're quite expensive, right? Let me end my farming. Oh no, you're fine. Honestly, go play your heckin' Genshin. Now I kind of want to play Genshin, honestly. But I shouldn't. I should do my scales. But I want to get Kokomi. 80. That's so much. Making a wholesome background sound. I may have had a page now. Not finished, but at least the stuff is I want to be easier from here. Yay! Time to crochet now. Heck yeah, have good crochet times. I hope that it goes well. I'm sorry if I've not been very high energy. That's my bad. I'm trying. Now all I can think about is rolling for Kokomi though. You got her at 78. I'm assuming, were those 1 pulls or 10 pulls? Because if it's 78 10 pulls, I can't. No. Not 78 temples. I use Kokomi, Yenfei, Yumiko, and Kea. Kokomi's not engaged. Oh, is she not someone you can pull for yet? There's no banner for her? No, Kokomi, You didn't? Okay, thank you, Fairy. It's, yeah. I don't, yeah. I always feel like I have to apologize for it because I don't feel as high energy as I normally am. But if you guys don't notice it, that's all good with me. I still have to wait for my iron to cool down because that's still quite hot. I could put it down here though, actually. I have got my floor cutting mat that will take the iron just fine. And daily continuous, heck yeah! Oh, well that's the thing though, even if I wasn't well, I will non-stop talk. I will talk myself into the grave. Oh! Did I have this attached to my iron bottom? This was one of my potential skin samples. But I don't need it, it's too light. I had to use the slightly darker one. I got the two lightest shades, and the lightest one is like, it's too light on me, so I got one darker. Heck yeah. I was like, what the hell is this mesh? Have a good burrow, but Habana was a few weeks ago. I think somebody mentioned that. I did 10 pulls and then got one random pull, and it was on my last pull that I got her. See, I'd need to get her like a few times though, right? To like really bulk her up. Next time there's a banner. Maybe if I'd been more actively listening and knowing you more, I would have perceived it more, but I don't know. I appreciate it, thank you. My main struggle personally, keep talking when I'm low energy. The thing is, I talk to myself a lot. Like if there's not, I'm basically non-stop like this all day. And so even when I'm not streaming, I'm still like, okay, so what am I doing here? Like I need to pick up 2 of these. I need to consider beating them. Do I want to do the smallest one first? Do I want to do the biggest one first? So I'm basically non-stop talking. So it's not so unnatural to me to come onto stream and talk because like I'm just doing exactly the same thing that I would have done off stream. What are you? Oh, I don't even want the thread on you, so I'll just cut you out, I think, and then take all this thread out because this is not the right color for right now. There we go. Okay. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but I didn't need any of that thread anyway, so it's okay. It's fine. We can live. Ah, dear. Kokomi's banner was in February. God damn it, Kokomi. I think, Luna, you were the one that mentioned that to me at the time. And I was just like, no, I'm busy. But now I'm like, damn. Kokomi banner, though. Where's my perp? Oh, yeah, it's on here, isn't it? Solo, because of birthday party. Oh, wait, was it your birthday or was it somebody else's? If it was your birthday, happy birthday. I need Kazuha. Kazuha? Who's Kazuha? Is she or he new? Ah, dear. When I have no brain, I just say what I'm doing. The boss fight in the end, I was like, deflect, jump, slash. I'm cold again because there's no iron anymore. Get back on here. Yes, I did. Yes, I thought you might have. I thought it was you. It was my birthday. Ah, happy birthday, anime. I hope you had a good one. Kokomi cute AF. She is. She is. One of those people whose thoughts kind of form an internal monologue, so if I stream and run out of things, I can just talk to folk to that, yeah. Ah, dear. I just see whatever is on my head at the moment. Oh, dear. That's alright. We all have our days. Happy belated birthday. Heck yeah, you want Klee? Klee had a banner right when I started playing Genshin. But I don't know, I kind of watched her play and I wasn't sure if it was going to suit my playstyle. So I didn't really go for her. But maybe she's good and I'm just stupid. Probably that. I got Ayato. Okay, is it cold? It was quite chilly this morning. It's up and down here in the UK right now. Like we'll have like a really hot few hours and then it'll be tipping down with rain. So it's like, it's quite difficult to say. It's not that cold. It's just like, yeah, the weather's iffy. Also, Pugs, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. It was fun. I had amazing gifts and we had a barbecue and that was super nice too. Oh, I'm glad the barbecue went well. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. There we go. Right, what do we want to start on? I've got a lot to do. Do I want to start on the big ones or the small ones? The small ones will go a lot quicker, but then also, like, I have a lot of big ones too. Also, Pry, welcome on in. Thank you so much for the follow. Ah, dear. Okay, you can channel me now. Riku, if you need to listen, if you need to go play Genshin, that is 100 times more important than what's going on here today. And I do not want to take you away from your Genshin. That's heckin' important stuff. I think I'm gonna start on the really big ones, just so I can get them out of the way, because they're gonna be the most, like, mentally wise. Getting past these ones is probably gonna be the most intense. So we'll do these ones first, and then we can come back to the rest of it. I think that makes sense. The only thing I don't remember where these kind of have to finish, but that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. A lot of these beads you're not going to see because they're going to fall behind the tail. But that's okay. That's okay. It's about Kokomi. She's a healer, and when paired with Bennett and Ryan Fisco, she pumps... Oh! Okay, a healer. I think I have Barbara, and I think that was the only healer I had. Just Barbara. Oh, and Noelle, I guess, technically. Whatever seems more overcomeable should be your first. Yeah, I think I'd rather do this bit when I'm streaming so that chat's here. Because sometimes these bits are a bit more daunting when I'm not talking with other people, you know? So I think we'll do this bit so everyone keep me company. And then the small ones I can probably do on my own. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Oh dear. Gonna have dinner. Oh, thank you. And thank you so much for raiding again, George. I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening. Get some good snacks. You just note at the top, yeah, it says Kodak, and then underneath that it says products. Kodak products. I know Raiden, but I have Bennett and Fiscal. I don't have any of them. I am clearly behind. Ah, dear. Oh, do I have Bennett actually? No, I don't think I do. It's cool, thank you! And Cold's gonna go find bed. I don't blame you, Fairy. Get some heckin' warmth. Go gain yourself some warmth. Get all wrapped up and snuggled. Oh dear. I have all the 4-star characters. You have all the 4-star characters? Oh my god. Ah! That's a lot. I know that I don't have a single 5-star character. That I know. I have yet to get a 5-star. But it's probably because I haven't put any money into the game, right? So I can't do pulls very often. Because you just have to gain the primogens from, you know, doing your dailies and stuff. Yes. Oh, of course, Jelly. Heck yeah. Send me your, and I'll add you. I want freaking C2 Mona. That's the water sorceress, right? Or am I being... I think that's... Oh, is that Mona? No, Mona is the... Wait, or is she the librarian? I built my amino aether so I can prepare for... Oh, God. I guess that's kind of how you play it, right? If you're not going to put money in, then you just... You like, save until they're the banners that you want, and then you go all out on those banners. I'm not very good at saving. As soon as I have enough for a 10 pull, I'm like, 10 pull! Oh dear. But then I think that's probably I'm like Genshin's target audience because I never have any primogens, so I'd have to buy them, right? Oh dear. I have only put 30 euros as out. Oh. I haven't put any money in yet, but every time I played Genshin I was like, maybe today's the day. Maybe it's today that I sell my soul to Genshin. Oh, the librarian's Lisa, thank you. Sorry. You're right. Mona's astrologist and Lisa's the librarian. It's the 4-letter names. Oh dear. I really liked Mona's outfit. I thought that was really cute. I don't think I'd have the confidence to wear it, but I think she pulls it off great. I would love to see more cosplays of that as well, because I think it's a really pretty costume. In fact, all the Genshin costumes are really pretty, honestly. I mean, I would definitely do Kokomi, because... fish. Fish. But, they're all really nice. You've never spent a cent. You lose everything in bench. Oh my god. I'm really bad for gambling. Like, you know when you have, like, things that you know you get sucked into? That's why I don't play gacha games, really, is because, like, I'm really bad at that kind of thing. Yeah. That's the only issue I ever had with Genshin would be like, for me personally, this could get unhealthy really quickly. Because I love gambling. But also, I don't have the money for that. You kidding me? No. Resin, get a freaking good cup. It real fat there. Maybe what I'll do then is we can do some streams and chat can just tell me not to spend any of the primogens. And then when there is eventually a Kokomi banner again, or a banner with Kokomi on it, then we can go all out. I think I've never lost yet, and I feel like that. Like, 50-50, yeah. RNG sucks in the artifacts, not the heroes. I wouldn't know if I had good artifacts. I've not played enough to know. I was just putting the matching ones together because I was like, well, this matches this, and this matches this, and this matches this. There we go. Nice matchy. I've like no idea if it's good for the specific characters or not. I just did nice matchy stuff. Oh dear. I want to do Lisa, still waiting for warmer weather to take Kokomi pictures. Heck yeah! Oh yeah, of course, because you have the Kokomi cosplay, don't you? I actually kind of wanted to see a picture of Kokomi again. 2 seconds, I'm going to go look on Google. Because she's been on my want to cosplay list, like, since I think she was announced. But, like, obviously I've had this massive project to work on, so it's not been something that I've been able to do. Kokomi Genshin, there you go. It's such a cool costume. Like, I love her outfit so much. I love that her, like her big swishy tail things. Oh my god. The wig would give me some... I wouldn't like the wig. I already know that I won't like the wig. But, I'd have to find a way around it because it's such a cute costume. I love it. I love it so much. Okay. There's a lot of feet pics. Jesus. Okay, Kokomi. Okay. Oh, dear. Oh, she's so cute. And her little headpieces. I like... It's so well themed. That's, I think, all of the Genshin outfits, right? They're really well themed. Which just make them, like, cosplay dreams. Ah, but she's 5-star. Also, her stockings got really high. It'd probably be easier to make them as leggings, right? Jesus, those are high stockings, but they are cute. Very cute, very high. Oh, I love it. One day, maybe, I'll make a Kokomi. Not yet. Excuse me. My strongest character currently is Zhao and Ganyu. Okay, oh, you gotta go study? Good luck, Cons. I hope your studies go well. Thank you so much for popping by. Ah, dear, I do in a few minutes. I won't cosplay Hatu and Yemi. Okay, now I have to look at those as well. Oh god, because I don't actually know what they look like. Okay. 2 seconds. I'll get these beads on and then I'll go look up the characters. I'll just look up all these characters. Sigh, not adorable. Honestly, they sound like dying animals. Oh dear. But thank you. Welcome on in. I am just looking up Genshin characters right now. Because... space. There you go. Oh! Yeah. Okay, I have seen pictures. One of them is the one with the hat, right? And then... Who is Ye? Is Ye the pink one? I've seen some really interesting wigs of that character. Like, people do it. Because her hair is quite unusual. Yeah, I've seen some good wigs of that. I really like the one with the hat, but then I am very biased. I love hats. Hats, yeah. Again, all of the ones I'm like biased for, I'm like, listen, she's got a hat. That's all I want for my cosplayers. I want hats. No, it's really cute because it's like almost military style, but yeah, I like that one a lot. That's very heckin' cute. Oh dear. I still think Kokomi is gonna be like the one that's definitely on my want to cosplay list, but the rest of them are very heckin' cute too. Sharon and EI. Okay, which one's that? Also, Baz, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Sorry, I am meant to be working, but I'm just looking up Genshin characters, honestly. I just want to see all of the costumes and yeah. Shogun is the purple lady, right? Yeah. Again, I remember when she was being advertised as coming out and like people going mad for her. And I can kind of understand why though, because like it's a very cool outfit. Again, biased towards Kokomi, fish. Oh yeah, I forgot that Aloy is in this game. Oh dear. But I do really like the details in this one too. It's a very cool look, and you could do something really cool with the sword as well. Yeah. It's still very cool. Yeah. I can see the draw of this one. All the stockings come out very high on the leg in Genshin. They'd almost all be easier as tights or leggings. Baz, let the music feel very islandy. Yeah. It's from I nearly said Attack on Titan. It's not from Attack on Titan. Wrong island. It's from Animal Crossing New Horizons. Jesus Christ, Jelly, come on now. Yeah, I like this music too. It's Attack on Titan. Oh, my baby. Aloy. Yeah, Aloy's in there now. Okay. I'll try that one too. I need to get the beads and sew them in, and then I'll do it. Oh, sorry. If I leave the beads on the needle, then they fall off and make a mess of my desk. Attack on Titan. That's a very different. Yeah. I think I just heard island and I was like, I'm ready. I know what that is. Dear. Oh, I almost copied Riku instead. Let me look for Riku Genshin. The Genshin character Riku. Go here. Paste that. Says that. Oh! Is that like an icy dude? Wait, but we've had an... Oh no, is it a water dude? I was gonna say, we've had an icy dude before. Is this a water dude? It's much more manageable hair, honestly. Oh dear. I'm gonna guess water, actually, not ice. Oh, but maybe ice. Oh god, I don't know. It's because of all the white. Definitely reminds me more of ice. But then we've had a ice dude. Is this another ice dude? I had to use water. Okay. I was like, it can't be ice, right? We've already got an ice dude. Oh dear. Right, let's get this up here. We're slowly making our way down the scale. I'm not really in any rush today, to be honest. Getting any work today done is a well done me. Go. And wheel. Come on. Go. You're thinking of Chungus. What is Chungus? That's not who I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the guy that you get given. Like, you just have them. Also, Matrix, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. We've all been chatting a bit about Genshin. I've not played Genshin for a long time, so I'm very behind on a lot of the characters. But I will still say that the character design in Genshin is so good. The theming is so on point, because they're like all themed, but like they still stick within the same kind of style boundaries. It's so good. The character design in Genshin is just so good. It is a cosplayer's dream. Oh dear. Chongus Among Us. I don't know what that is. Slow progress is still progress. Exactly. I think we all have slower and faster craft days. And any progress is good on this costume, to be honest. Especially on something like having to bead 100 scales. Although a lot of them are much smaller. Some of them will only require like a few stitches, honestly. But I want to get to those ones last so that this picks up speed the longer that I do it. Because then I'll feel very accomplished. I'll feel like the most accomplished crafter. I'll be like, oh my god, I got faster as we kept going. Heck yeah. Oh dear. Chogyeon? Is that their name? I can look them up. I don't know if you're messing with me at this point, Riku. Is this a real character? Oh, it's saying that it is. Oh, no, that's not who I'm thinking of. But I understand why, because that's actually another icy boy. But that's not who I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the one they literally give you at the beginning. So you don't have to roll for him. And he's like kind of edgy. Kaya, kinda edgy. It's Kaya. That's what I was thinking of, like the one that gets given to you, and because he's like an ice boy, isn't he? I'm pretty sure he's like the one they give you to learn ice. Yeah, there he is. Although he kind of looks more water now that I look at the design. But that's okay. No, he's an ice boy. Just because that like really blue hair, honestly. But there, yeah, he's got his eye patch and his fur. Okay, yeah. Oh dear. And then he's like kind of mean to you. Oh dear. Yeah, that's the one. Semi-edgy, yeah. I recently built him to 70, he's OP. Got spare things off Ayaka. Oh, was he on the banner too? Nice. I guess that's the nice thing about like the not so high star characters is you can build them up much easier because you'll get them more. Actually, one character I quite like the design of is Noelle. I like Noelle's design. She's not like a 5-star or anything, but like she is quite a solid, a mixture of armor and cloth, and I think it looks pretty damn good. Because like, you know, as far as designs go, that's quite an unusual one. Like, she really is like a very cool looking battle maid. I think she's one of my favorites as well. But oh no, the artifacts. Oh, okay. So sorry, Riku. I am a noob. I'm sure the artifacts make a huge difference on the characters, and I'm just here like, oh, you got more? Cool. That's how that goes. I want to look at Noelle now, because I like Noelle's. Noelle! I don't want the fan art. I kind of just want regular Noelle. There you go. There she is. Like, it's a very cool battle maid outfit, and like a really cool mixture of armor and sewing. I actually really like hers. It's definitely not the most extravagant of any of the designs, but like, I don't know, I feel like it's pretty easy to read. Yeah, she looks really cool to me. I really like her. I like the shapes on her as well because they do look a little bit more stony in formation. She's got like a little like triangles, or like a slightly harsher edge than a lot of the water and ice characters and stuff like that. So even though there's nothing, I'd say you wouldn't look at her and think like a stone kind of user, but I think all of the little details and the more pointy angles and stuff like that do make her look a bit more earth. I think she's a really cool design. Noelle's one of my favorites. Prince Albedo? I really like Noelle too. Heck yeah. I think Noelle's just got a really cool design. I don't know really how well she plays. I can't say on that, but I think design-wise, I think she's really, really good. What is this one? Let's see. Oh my god. Something's happened. 2 seconds. I'm doing a search. There we go. What's happening? Oh, stitching! Heck! Welcome on in. We've all been chatting about Genshin Impact because we got people in the chat doing cosplays of Genshin and thinking about cosplays of Genshin. Stitching Ghost, there you go. What were you up to today? We are going very slow through beading some of these. We've already ironed them all, thankfully, so now we're just beading them. Dear, hello again. Hello! Welcome on in. How was your stream? I hope it was good. Oh yeah. Oh wait, yeah, I was gonna look up Albedo, wasn't I? 2 seconds. I think, if I had to remember, that's the blonde one. But I can't honestly remember because they weren't out when I, again, was playing. They would have been a new character since then. I was working on a cross-stitch for a banner for another streamer. Heck yeah. Doing the heck and cross-stitching stuff. There he is. Yeah, that is who I thought it was. I have seen this character before. Again, I like the sharp objects. I like more the pointing. It just looks really good. Like, it works really well without making it super obvious. Oh, someone's broken it down for cosplay. The cosplay community, we're rabid. We'll never stop. Oh dear. I'm glad to hear your stream's going well. Or stream has gone well. It's I expect finished now. If anyone is looking for more makers and crafters, which I think a lot of people on this channel do, for generally, because we chill another makers and crafters streamer. There's another one, stitching. We got a little stitching ghost. I know a ghost on this channel that would be very interested in it, but I don't think they're here yet. Ah, dear. There we go. So with all of these scales, if you've not seen this before, we're doing a line of stitching down it. We did this on every scale on the dress, and now we'll be doing it on every scale on the tail. There's 98 so far, although I think we probably will have to add a few. I think it's going to end up being 101, maybe 102. We'll see. Oh no, it'd be 103. 101 or 103, I think, is how many we'll end up with. So it's quite a lot to bead, but we've already done like a lot of beading on these scales because we did 60 just for the skirt. So it's not that we're not used to it. We know what the deal is here at this point. They all need a little line of beads down the center. It makes them look really cute. And then once they're all done, we'll sew them all on together. I'm not going to be sewing these in strips this time, which is what I did last time. I'm instead going to be, sewing them all in individually. Just so that the tail remains having good movement. Yeah. Also, I should say, Stitching, if you need to go get some snacks, or if you need to go look after yourself post-stream, please do. Lovely having you here, but we don't want you starving. Oh yeah, there we go. And through there. Oh. There you are. That's one scale. One. Ah, dear. I got snacks nearby, it's all good. Heck yeah. Love you people. Love you, Riku. Thank you so much for popping by. Even though you're very busy with hacking Genshin. Understandably so. I would also be very distracted if I was playing Genshin. I'd be like, whoa. What's this? What's this? What are my dailies? What's this? Can I do a 10 roll yet? Ah, dear. There we go. Oh. Okay. One. I will pop it in the box to the side just so it's not taking up screen space, because otherwise they do take up quite a bit of space once they're unfolded. Go. Once the tail's done, that's going to be so fun. I will have to be more careful with it once it's all beaded. I won't be able to smack it against things as freely. But yeah, it'll be really fun to have it, honestly. Because the tail's been really good. I can show you quickly to anyone who's not seen the tail, but it is quite big, so I probably can't show you the whole thing at once. It mainly goes down. Doesn't hit the floor though. Ooh, gonna drop it. There's the end of the tail. This is the whole tail. You can probably see it in the face cam screen a little bit bigger, but this is where it's at so far. So it's a wiggle tail, so that means it bends left and right as you walk. And what we've done is, instead of covering the whole tail in one big tube of fabric, we've covered each individual section in a piece of fabric, so that when we scale over the top of it, it can remain like quite obviously sectioned, I suppose. Not super obviously, the scale will go over the gaps, but it makes it look like the scales wiggle and condense with it, rather than the scales all creasing and looking a bit funky. Because that's the thing, if you're doing like a fur tail, you can really easily just cover the whole skeleton mold in one long tube of fur, and that's going to look great. It's going to work really well. But with a more reptilian tail, I think it just looks a little better to do each section separately, but it does mean it takes a lot longer. But it's still nice and wiggly. The only bit that doesn't wiggle is that very end two sections, because they're going to have some extra bits put onto them and I need them to be quite stable. But yeah, everything else wiggles. And it's lovely. It's honestly, because it's made of upholstery foam, it's kind of just like a massive pillow. Like you could, oh god, you could honestly have it like a body pillow. It's just nice and like cuddly, honestly. It's got and squishy, and yeah, it's lovely. It's like a tail body pillow. But it is huge. I could measure it. I think it's over a meter for easily. Easily over a meter, I'd say. Ah, it's very cool. Thank you. That's our tail. That's what all these scales will be for, eventually. We need them all ready because we work from the smallest to the largest when putting them on so that we could layer them nicely. And yeah, but that also means, I wonder if I'd actually maybe do that a bit more today. Maybe we'll bead some of these, but I actually really need to make, maybe we do that tomorrow actually, when I have a bit more energy. So we need to make patterns for the extra pieces that are gonna come off the tail. Wiggle, 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 yeah. we need extra patterns for the bits that color the tail. I'll go show you the picture in a second so you can see what I am dilemmaing over today. What's today's dilemma? Well, let me tell you. So basically, I need this, yes. These are on the end of the tail. Now, the color there is really similar to the color in the rest of the costume, maybe like a slightly deeper red. Otherwise, it's really similar, at the ends at least, to the gold up here, which is, for us, the lame, right? That's the lame fabric. Now, I do have lame in red as well. What I maybe could do... Okay, I've had an idea. Thank you. I appreciate everyone here so much, because goddamn, I've been staring at this for weeks and I finally had an idea of what I could do. I could actually free motion lines going up the tail in like the purple, and I could also do lines up in like a more strong gold color to kind of get the different gradients of color on this, but do it over the top of the lame, both reinforcing the lame to whatever it's attached to, but also adding those streaks of color. Yeah, I could just do that. Maybe I could have some streaks of the red lame in there as well, because I do have red lame because I'm going to be using it up here on the wings. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much. I struggled so much over the weekend and last week trying to work out how I'd do this. But I think that will work really well because it should be really easy to make that shape then. I will need something supporting it down the middle. I might see if I have any iron-on interfacing. I think I do. I normally have like a fair amount of interfacing like that just lying around, and truthfully I've not had to use it for most of this costume because I've just been using curtain fabric. But yeah, I could do that, and then that way I can make it really dark around the edge, and it'd be a really easy way of getting the rest of the scales incorporated into it, because the scale around where it goes into that like golden frondy thing, they look really, really intense. Like, it's not just me, right? Like, these bits, these don't look like scales in my mind anymore, or this purple stuff. It looks more like random strands, like, sewn into it up and down. Like, it doesn't look like the scales anymore, because up here, like, these are definitely scales. Like, these are scales going down the tail, getting smaller at the bottom. Like, that's fine. And there's a couple of random armor panels that we need to do, but, like, we can think about that another time. But then you get down to here, and like, I can kind of see the outline of scales here, but as soon as it goes into these fronds, that doesn't look like scales anymore to me. So I think what I want to do instead is, yeah, I can make the purple attachment bit, have the lame with some sort of interfacing inside so it's a little thicker, and just free motion the, oh! Minimize my screen. Free motion the whole thing. I think that might work better. I think I'll do that. Also, Vivid, welcome on in. I'm doing some problem solving in the middle of my scale work. We could do that tomorrow, honestly. I love free motion. Free motion stitching is still one of my favorite things to do. Maybe we make those tomorrow. Have like a nice long stream making the extra fronds. I might pattern them off stream just because I'll have to pattern them against the tail, and the tail is huge. But everything else we can do on stream. Oh, that's gonna be fun. I love, that's like one of my favorite jobs to do. It's gonna be like clunky. You have to be ready for sewing machine noises. There'll be a lot of sewing machine noises if we're doing free motion. But it's so fun. I love it. The only concern, I suppose, would be that the lame is going to be too weak to take a lot of extra stuff. I could put some dissolvable fabric in it instead of using interfacing, and that way when I wash it out, it will just stiffen it up. The thing is, I don't know if I want those pieces to be stiff, or if I'd want them to be a little bit more loose. I'm not sure yet. Also, Luke, welcome on in. Thank you for the follow. Just doing some problem solving here. Like, really cool, like talking out the issues you're having. Yeah. I hope you're having a good day. Yeah, welcome to Problem Solving Cosplay, except I think we've solved the problem now. And we're going to do free motion embroidery, but I'll need to make the lame bit and the purple bit separately, probably. And then encase the lame in the purple, just so that it looks layered right, because otherwise... The other thing is, I do kind of need boning down the tail for it to remain, like, solid, because it's going to wave around a lot the bottom of the tail, right? So I've got some boning to one side, somewhere, and I should be good to use that, but if I'm free motioning, I can't free motion very easily over boning, is the only thing, because it will prevent me from putting it in the hoop. The only thing I could think to do would be to free motion most of it, but draw on some lines where the boning will end up going. And that way I can make sure that I don't embroider over the top of it. That might be okay. Happy Monday, happy Easter Monday. Oh, bless you. I hope you're having a good Easter Monday. Yeah, any possibility of a starch that washes out? I do have some washout ones, but the thing is, most of my washout stuff leave like not a residue as such, but like they leave a thickness, like a stiffness to it, which has been really good for all of the stuff that I've done so far, because I've got a few different types of washout. I wonder if I can show you them. If I have them nearby, I can. This is my thicker washout, which I've been using, and then also there's another one somewhere. There it is. I also have this one, which is a lot thinner, but they both leave like a little extra stiffness is the thing. This one leaves quite a lot of extra stiffness. But that's because that's what I want with this costume. That's not been a problem. I do have one other. Also, this one smells. I do have one other. I don't know where it's gone. That one came in like by the meter. Ah dear. Off work today, so I'm able to find new people to watch. Hey! We stream 4 days a week normally. Normally absolutely Mondays and Fridays, and then 2 other days somewhere in between. It depends what's happening every week. Ah dear, I might want to cosplay Hina! Ah. Heck yeah, more cosplays? My streaming gear is Wednesday. Oh, what did you end up getting, Vivid? What did you get? What are you improving? Is it audio? Is it visuals? Is it like just a stream deck so you could do silly things? What did you end up getting? I have to say, I really won't know where to start on making cosplays or anything, but I really love watching people make them. Honestly, I think we have quite a few people here like that. We do have some people that actively cosplay in chat, like Luna and stuff like that, but a lot of people are just here for craft vibes. I like crafting a lot. I'm normally a little bit more high energy than this, I should say, for anyone popping in the first stream today. I apologize, I am not very well, and normally I was genuinely like, do I want to stream at all? Because like I feel okay, but I know that I'm gonna be like a little bit more sleepy and dozy than usual. I don't want anyone to do like sad crafting. That's not the intent. Oh dear, I've had a look below and some of the things you made are amazing. Oh, thank you. We're making a big costume at the moment. We're trying to enter TwitchCon Amsterdam, and I don't know if you know much about the TwitchCon cosplay contests. They're very fun. So basically, you have 4 categories, which is sewing, armor, larger than life, and SFX. And for each category, there are 5 places available. So a total of 20 places available for the entire competition. And throughout all of Europe right now, there are cosplayers popping onto Twitch and making a cosplay for TwitchCon. I will say, I'm on Twitch all the time anyway. So like, I've been crafting on Twitch for 2 years straight. But it's really cool because there's like an influx of cosplayers on Twitch right now who are making for TwitchCon, and it's very hype. It's very hype. There's some really cool stuff being made at the moment. From Attack on Titan, there is Hartigan making the Armored Titan, and they are like molding every single individual piece of armor and making molds of them so they can then put them on themselves. It's so cool. We have Diane Cosplay, who is making a beautiful, beautiful petticoats at the moment, I think, for her Cinderella costume. We have Elithin, who is doing a very ambitious Monster Hunter costume. Very heckin' cool. There was a few others. There was a Purgus one, who I believe they were doing They're doing an armored costume as well? I think so. There's a few Monster Hunter armors that might be entering. You got Hut, who's making their armor completely out of metal. Like, very, very ultra realistic to how the costume is probably intended. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, thanks, Purple. If we have anyone who is looking to enter a cosplay competition, there it is. There's a link. Ah, dear. An overhead cam and cat headset, because you've always wanted a pair. Heck yes. Heck yes. Very cool. Ah, dear. New streaming this week thanks to Easter sales. My craft cam's been upgraded. Oh, lovely. Honestly, I've upgraded my craft cam a couple times and I just love it. It's such a nice feeling. Ah, dear. That's great. Ren, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. We are still making cosplays. 2 years now. Woo! Of making cosplays on Twitch. I do need a bit of a drink though. My throat's going a bit. Ah! Excuse me. I'd love to do a TwitchCon, but I don't think I can make it this one in Amsterdam. I have a wedding to attend. Oh yeah. You know what though? You'll still have a lovely weekend, right? It's the one from Year's light novels whose Garu has to dress up as. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Getting exciting. I know, where'd you find the pic? But anyone good at writing speeches? Oh, I'm out. I'm out. Maybe if you struggle, make a PowerPoint presentation or something. I have made a PowerPoint of all the cool things about this marriage. Slide 1. Oh dear. Google. Maybe this is a sign to get back to work in my Lady Doe chess cosplay. I won't be getting to any big conventions soon, but it sounds like a good time to do cosplay building streams. Yes, it's a really good chance to so how to put this? On Twitch, there is a cosplaying community. There are cosplayers that make on Twitch, but not so many that make on Twitch all year round. Only like a handful, really. So this is a really good time where the cosplay community is kind of booming on Twitch, because it'll be all the people making for Amsterdam, and then immediately after, it'll be all the people making for San Diego. So from like now to October, it's like a really good time to like go into the cosplay community, like go find other cosplayers, or start crafting cosplay yourself, because a lot of other people will be doing it maybe for the first time too, to enter a competition. And so it's like a very heckin' cool supportive community. Very sick. Oh, dude, that's a great idea. Well, there you go. You can have that one. Make a PowerPoint presentation of all the cool things about their marriage. That way you don't have to talk so much. And you can just have some, like, embarrassing pictures on slides, right? I think that's what I'd do. Dear me. There we go. Is that all? I thought I had 6 beats, but I guess I only had 5. That's okay. And gets it. Oh, yeah. Be like, so I prepared this prepared this PowerPoint presentation for your marriage. There is text to speech. Cosplay channel. Thought it was a channel where Steve who had bad taste in ReZero. I'm sorry, but I love Amelia. And Rem deserved what she got in the 2nd season. Oh dear. Oh, these are really. Oh, I'm glad. I'm sorry. I have only been to a few weddings, so I'm probably not that what do you call it? Not that clear on what people do at weddings most of the time. But yeah, no. If you want to use it, you can have it. I did some work on a few pieces on a stream a couple months ago, but it's mostly been sitting unfinished since then. Honestly, I think we all have those phases with cosplay though, right? Where we stop working on something for a while for one reason or another, and then you come back to it with like a fresh brain. Yeah, I think that's pretty common. I mean, for me, I am absolutely obsessed. Like, I don't know if anyone can tell, but like, I am completely obsessed with specifically making cosplays. Wearing them's okay, but damn do I like making them. Like, that is my big passion. If I wasn't doing it on Twitch, I'd have been doing this off Twitch, basically. I love making costumes so much. Sharing it's fun too, But mainly I just really enjoy making them. And Twitch has been a really fun way because it means I can talk with other people and still be social and stuff like that. But I would probably say that I am not the majority of cosplayers, and most cosplayers take pretty good breaks in their costumes. You're allowed to have your own opinion even if it's wrong. Maybe in other things, but in this one I'm 100% sure. Also, Ren, did I show you the Rem figure that I have? That you don't have, that I think that I do have? Of Rem in wedding lingerie? Yeah. Even though she's not best girl, I still have it. Oh dear. Necklace and cigarette holder pops. Oh, that would have been some of the hard bit, right? The big hat is only half done and the dress barely started. I think you've got this, right? You got this. The sewing stuff will fly by. You'll pick it up again and you'll be like, it needs a dart here, a little lining on the skirt, bam, done. Are you making fake boobs or are you going natural? Because I know a lot of people who have done fake boobs for this costume. Like they've made themselves some fabric boobs. I think I actually watched somebody who gave themselves full padded hips as well. That was pretty cool. That was another streamer, Emmy Cosplay. They were doing Lady Dimitrescu at one point, and they gave themselves like a fully padded butt. I think it was Emmy. I could be wrong. How long have you been streaming for, since the start? 2 years last week. Last week was our 2-year anniversary. And from start to finish, we've been making cosplays. That's what we do. Occasionally we dip our toes into horror games because I like horror games. But for the most part, that's what we do. We do cosplay. We're a big cosplay stream. We just love cosplay. We're talking about cosplay, we like making cosplay, all that. Cosplay making is your jelly jam. It is my jelly jam. Yes. Honestly, it's yeah, I just love it. Just waiting on my laptop to come back from servicing so I can start stream. Oh yeah. Honestly, computer servicing is such a bummer. And Punisher, thank you for the luck. 2 years. And Spyro games. Yeah, we did play Spyro. That's oh no, because sometimes we play Animal Crossing. I think other than Animal Crossing and Spyro, I'm pretty sure every game we've played has been horror. Or some level of horror. Even if it's not like Inscription we did. And I wouldn't say that was traditional horror. But it's definitely the uneasy kind of style of game. Oh dear, that's great. I shall be coming here a lot. Oh, going forward, bless you. You have a lovely... Oh yeah. We've been very lucky. The people that have popped in this stream, they're always so sweet. Everyone's very heckin' lovely and supportive. We all just want to support crafts, whether we do it or not. Because there's quite a few crafts I don't do personally, but it's really cool. Cool to see them still. Lotus, welcome on it. Oh my god, it's Luna and Luna. Hi, Luna and Luna. Oh my god. A 3D print flipped off the ground. Oh god, what happened? I got a new kind of horror game. It's called Misfortune. Misfortune? I haven't heard of it. Is it good? I don't want spoilers in case I decide to play it, but are you enjoying it? Ah, dear. Gravity, the heck is that? Yeah, who needs gravity, right? Who needs gravity when you're 3D printing? Print upside down. Hang it from the ceiling. Ah, dear. A fellow Luna. Yeah, Luna and Luna. Ah, dear. Very cool. Very cool. It's from the same makers that made Fran. Oh, okay. Now that one I recognize. Okay, okay. And you love it. Heck yeah. Fancy. The 3D print is okay. It's allowed. It's allowed. Ah, dear. Okay, it's just one too many beads for my liking. One too many. Not keen. Reduced by 1 bead, please. Ah, dear. If I put one of the small ones next to it, you'll kind of see is that the smallest? I think this one's the smallest. If I was doing the beads here, I would literally need 3 stitches and it'd be done. Oh dear. 3D printing though, that's really cool. Heck yeah, it is. Oh dear, I used to do 3D printing when I was still in university, but since then, because it's a little bit more difficult to leave the house, I have not gone back and done any. But I used to do it, and I used to enjoy it. Somebody there made like a fully functioning doll, like with all different like fingers and hand bits and stuff like that, so they could move basically every joint. That was very cool. Excitement increases. Yeah, I just checked on the hedgehog, so both sleeping, the Jeremy is snuggled inside his little... Oh! Heck yeah, that sounds cute. I posted in Discord, you can see why gravity does not exist. Oh, 2 seconds and I shall have a look. I'm always here for like a little less gravity, you know? That's good. There we go. Let's have a look. 3D printing is so cool. It's very hecking cool. Is it here? Whoa! Whoa, it didn't even do any connecting bits. I see what you mean, because I would have expected it to do those like little lines like as a scaffolding. No scaffolding. Just keep going. That's really cool. It'd be easier for you to cut it out though, to be fair. It should really not have worked. Yeah, it should have built some scaffolding, to be quite honest, but that's alright. Hey, you know what? If it's working, it's working. And it's less for you to trim later. My workplace has about 15 of them. Oh, very nice. Oh, I feel like sometimes looking at the cosplays people come up with, you'd need 15 going at once to get all of it done in time. Ah, dear. I always think I'm going to use a 3D printer one day for cosplay again. But then I get so into all of the sewing. There is a cosplay I would like to do that I would probably specifically need to use a 3D printer for. Like, because of how I want to do it. I won't say what the cosplay is yet, just in case I do one day decide to do that costume. I think I'd like to, because it'd be a much more minimalist costume, which it'd be good. Just like a little bit smaller. We're going to print parts of glass washes we make. Ah! I see. Very hecking cool. Maybe one day I will own a 3D printer as well, but I don't know. I don't know when that day would be. I'd need a lot of space. It'd be more feasible to own a 3D printer than a laser cutter, to be fair, though. DJ! I think having a 3D printer would be cool for cosplay. Absolutely, it would be. Like, you can make so many bits that are, like, a bit more complicated and detailed, but also, like, joins, connectors, things like that, to make things look really seamless. You can also 3D print into fabric, and you can have, like, structures coming out of your fabric. That's probably a lot of where I'd use it for like, that kind of stuff. I had a couple of small pieces 3D printed for some projects, and I worked out it'd take about 3 cosplay projects the same amount of stuff to cover the cost of reasonable print of myself, so I'm seriously considering it. That's kind of how I go into buying the equipment, right? I'm like, how often can I feasibly consider using this? Like, I did the same thing with the embroidery machine. I was like, am I honestly going to be using it that much? And if not, I'll just go, you know, to a maker studio where I'm feeling well. Otherwise, it's not worth the investment. However, if I have several cosplays where I think I could, well, not even that I could probably use them, that I'd benefit from using it, then sure, okay. The situation has changed a little bit. But I always have to think of it like that. It's the same reason I haven't got an overlocker, because I don't, as much as it would make things quicker, it's a luxury item that honestly I'd rather get something where I physically can't do without, you know? Like a 3D printer or an embroidery machine. But also at some point I would love to get an overlocker. I want to get a Cricut for the same reason as well. Dono Ghoul. We don't have donations on stream, but you can still donate. You just donate to the Migraine Trust, which is a charity that has helped me a lot in the past, and they still help thousands and thousands of people every day. Like, they're great. They're a wonderful charity. So if you want to donate to stream, you can always donate to the Migraine Trust instead, because I would say that's basically the same as donating to me. Oh dear. Cosplay, did you give the hint of the day yet? I have not given the hint of the day yet. Did you want the hint of the day? That's my work. We love it. The right materials, and they print off lots of plastic parts, cost less in the future, and they can have it ready in the next day or two. Heck yeah. Sorry, I did not ask you right away. I was impressed by the 3D making fun of gravity. No worries. I I see that, and I did not want to say, but that's lovely. Oh, thank you. No, it's only something we've added recently, but honestly, I would rather people donate to that, because they literally, it's difficult to explain, I guess, unless you've had it, but the kind of support they offer to people with migraines is truly life-saving, and I'm already doing okay, you know, mentally, and I am on the path to hopefully one day fixing it, but there are a lot of people that are not so okay and need the support and basically need to find that charity for that support that they can offer, and a community of people that are going through the same thing that they are, because people with chronic migraine, it's difficult to leave the house. So going out and meeting people is often not an option. And again, like being stuck inside for years and years and years, I think a lot of people maybe can relate to that a bit more after the last couple years, but it really messes with your mental health. Whereas the Migraine Trust, they offer lots of little handy tools and useful things, and they're just generally very good. You would like the hint? Okay, let's see. What can I give you for a hint this week? Ooh. Okay. Oh, I have a few hints, but I don't know if they might give it away too much. Okay, I have one. The mock-up is going to be exceptionally complicated, so I'm going to make the mock-up before even starting to stream the costume. There you go. It's exceptionally complicated as far as a pattern goes, so I'll be making the mock-up before even starting to stream it, because I will need to be trying it on constantly. There you go. Pendant is for my Dimitrescu necklace, it's just 3D printed. It would have been great to be able to do that for myself, so I could some practice ones. Heck yeah! See, that kind of thing is so useful for. Someone named Please Don't Like TikToks, and that was just one. Sounds like a great charity. Also, hello, fellow migraine sufferers. Heck yeah, they are a wonderful charity. I do have the link to the charity underneath as well. They've got really useful documents for work, for school, places, basically anywhere that you might suffer with migraines and lag behind because of it. For anyone who's going through that, they've got lots of useful documents you can literally just send to the school or to your workplace so that they can help accommodate you a bit better. It goes through lists of triggers to help you manage your own migraines. I think especially to people that are a bit newer into getting migraines, sometimes it can feel quite overwhelming because you'll just be having migraines every single day and you won't know why. But there are a lot of triggers that aren't as talked about but are still very common. Like you've probably heard of cheese and chocolate, but it's not necessarily cheese and chocolate that is going to be triggering your migraines. And while it is useful to make some dietary changes, like I've cut sugar in my life way down, way down, and I really monitor how much I'm having every day, because if I eat too much sugar, that triggers a migraine for me. It doesn't need to be chocolate and it doesn't need to be cheese, it's sugar specifically. And then other things like overexhaustion, which is a really big trigger for me, which is a difficult one to avoid in day-to-day life, but knowing that that's triggering it can make it feel a bit better. Because at the end of the day, having chronic migraine and stuff like that, it's not your fault, but it's nice to have things that can help you manage the something that you can't maybe prevent, and mean that if you do get a migraine, it maybe isn't quite as bad. For me, lifting things is a really big one, and that's not one that I'd ever heard of. I was like, you lift things and you get a migraine? What? But like, when I was testing it out, I can hold a milk bottle for like 2 minutes and then I'll start to get a migraine, and it's that quick. It's like, oh, okay. Like, I really can't carry things for very long without it triggering a migraine in me. Yeah. So yeah, it's really useful. I do big prints. Prints that take up to 150 hours. Oh god, I'm so excited to get into 3D printing once I move. My own personal spends much height. Cucumber triggers your migraine. Oh heck. Respect to you. That's hard. Yeah. Question relating to migraines and cosplays. Do you find that you choose cosplays based on whether or not they have a headpiece? I usually try to avoid headdresses or wigs. Not because of migraines, but I do avoid wigs because I have HS on my hairline, which means that I can't use anything really tight to my head that isn't like a hat. Instead, I make all of my headpieces like hats, so that if my head's getting a little too warm, off. Whereas with a wig, because there's a lot of styling involved and because it's very tight to the head, I would have a HS flare-up after every single convention. But it's not because of migraines. For migraines, overheating is an issue. Keeping places like underarms and stuff like that free does make it better. But also, I kind of just resigned to the fact that I probably will have a migraine after wearing a costume every time. And there's not really anything I could do for that other than just stopping cosplaying. I mean, if I wear a suit, I can have a migraine, let alone a full cosplay. But that being said, the choices on my headpiece, like, to be honest, yes, I do make a conscious decision to wear specific characters that normally have a headpiece, or I can make the wig. As you've probably seen over the last few years of me cosplaying on Twitch, I've worn one hair wig, and the rest of them have all been wigs I have made out of things, because wearing a wig that isn't like a hat will probably be too tight, and it will cause me to get flare-ups across here and across the back of my ears. Yeah. But I think that's not a migraine problem, that's a HS problem. Yes. Ah, dear. Oh. I'm taking painkillers before wearing the wigs or headpieces. I don't normally take painkillers in advance, but that's probably because the painkillers I take are very limited. Like, I can only take these twice a week, and I'd rather save them for the days where I really need them, personally. But that only is because they're slightly stronger than your regular painkillers. That's not a bad idea, I suppose, for wearing a wig in general. It's often just having something on my head, I have to be very choosy. Well, this is the thing though, we're all different, right? Like, the things that trigger your migraines, we're very unlikely to line up exactly. You'd have to be pretty lucky to line up exactly on our triggers. But yeah, I had to be quite careful with headpieces for a while, because otherwise I'm going to get extensive scarring over my face, which is ideally something I would like to avoid. You know, if at all possible. So I've been quite careful for the last, I want to say 4 years. The last hair costume I did was Lakshmi, and I had such a bad flare-up after. I was like, right, we have to take action, because, you know, I don't need all this extra skin on my face, and eventually that will become tracts, and I want to be careful. My dermatologist was also pretty mad. They were like, so do you know what triggers these flare-ups? And I was like, yes. And they were like, are you still doing that? And I was like, yes. And they were like, this is your face. You have one face. Are you sure? Are you sure you want to keep doing this? And I was like, I don't want to stop cosplay, but I will stop wearing wigs. Oh dear. Especially when they started threatening me with biopsies, and I was like, no! No more! They're like, you keep doing this and we're gonna have to do a biopsy. And it would have been just to, like, I don't know if you could imagine having a square cut out from here. I was like, no, I don't want that. That's scary. I'm okay, thank you. So I try and prevent them. Of course, at the end of the day, it's the same as migraines, right? You do everything you can to prevent them, but if you still have them, it's not my fault at that point, like, that I'm somebody with this specific disease. But, like, you do what you can to try and prevent it. Mine is just a 1 gram parsec. Not the biopsies, I know. I've had biopsies before, but not on my face. And yeah, that would have been a new step for me that I was going to avoid it if I could. Oh dear. Especially with it being so close to my eye. But that's because that's where one of my consistent flare-ups is. It's not on my eye, it's like literally just above my eyebrow. I'm not going to show you any pictures because you guys don't need to see that, honestly. But it would swell to the point of like being unable to open my eye, and then it would be open wound for days. And like on those days, it's like I can't really go to work. I can't really leave the house in general because it literally looks like I'm dying. But it's only on my face, and like otherwise I'm fine. Like honestly, HS is a much bigger pain to get it in your joints, like under your arms and in your thighs and stuff like that. It's a lot worse. Having it on your face, it only really moves when you're emoting, and it's not quite so bad. but visually, it's very difficult to hide. And yeah, I wouldn't consider myself a massively self-conscious person, but going outside with a patch on my face that basically covered half my face, I think would be a bit much for me. It would be a bit much for me. I don't think I can handle that. Oh dear. The doctor has to get them for me. Oh, that's good. At least it's got something a bit better. If you do not mind, as I stream, I'm okay to put a panel at the bottom just to let them know about charity. Oh, please do. If you're, again, it's one of those things where, like, the Migraine Trust is not curing migraines. That's not what they ever claim to do. But they give resources so that you can help yourself. They give resources so that schools and workplaces can better accommodate you. I'd say if you know someone with migraines, especially if it's to the point where it is, like, chronic, which means you have more than 4 a week, it is a really useful website to direct people to, because, of course, a lot of people, at the end of the day, a lot of people do know their own migraines pretty well, but seeing a full list of, like, potential triggers is useful. Having things to give to your workplace is very useful, especially if you work with a computer, because there are often things they can do to try and improve it, and it might not be that they know all of them. Yes. Avoid scarring on your face by letting us cut your face. No thanks, I know. It's because they, how to put it? I don't want to go too into HS right now, honestly. I don't like going too into it at all, because it is probably a slightly more viscerally hard to talk about. Is that what I read? Visceral. It looks pretty intense, HS, when it flares up. It's the same reason I originally made the VTuber, because I know that I'm going to have HS flare-ups every now and again, but that I'll feel well enough to stream. But visually, my face would be against TOS, because it would be uncontrollably bleeding. It's not like a little bit of blood, it is like... And while I feel fine, I will look like I've just been hit by a car. And so I have the VTuber screen so that you don't see me during those times. And that way I can still stream, be happy, be chill, without anyone having to see it. Because it's quite intense. We'll call it intense. It's a very intense disease. Oh dear. But yeah, I have to take them before because I can't take them with me. Oh, you can't take them with you at the con? Oh, Luna, that rubs me the wrong way a little bit, that does. I always have to take medication, because, you know, it depends on when you medicate, I suppose, but like, I always have to take stuff in with the convention to me. And like, while I have had to mention that I have it a couple times, no one's stopping me taking it in, because, you know, in my case, I'm not going to die if I don't take them, but like, there are people that if they don't have their medicines will die if they don't take them. The idea that you can't take them to a con with you, I would email the convention organizers if I were you, because that's dangerous. Like, I understand having to identify what they are and why I use them, but not being able to allow to take them in, that's dangerous. I explored the chasm in Genshin, got 3 more. Ooh, Riku. People as heck in progress. Oh dear. Yeah, Genshin's got a lot bigger as well since I last played. I'm probably missing out on a lot of the new stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah, if anyone wants to promote the Migraine Trust, please do. I am not a monopoly on the Migraine Trust. I just like them a lot. Oh dear. Oh, you are allowed to get them at the con. Okay. I'll be honest, I would have been a bit miffed. Bit miffed if they didn't let people take their medicines into the convention with them. Like, obviously, the conventions I go to, I do get pretty heavily checked. I think every cosplayer does, to make sure they haven't hidden anything. But, like, I am more than happy to announce the things that I have to take and let them know that I need to go in with them, and I have never had any issue. I'm just like, yep, I take this for this, I take this for this. I'll have to take them twice while I'm here. And they're like, all good, all good. Like, I'm clearly not a drug dealer coming in with, like, anti-epileptics. Like, no one's hitting me with the and just let me go straight through. Oh dear. I used to get what my doctor called silent migraines. It's a migraine without the actual headache. They were frustrating, but now I get headaches. I'd happily go back to those ones. I know people who currently are having silent migraines, and I am deathly afraid that they are going to get more. Of course, don't get me wrong. Any type of migraine, you should be able to get support for to try and prevent them from reoccurring and having to have more and more. But I think a lot of people look at silent migraines and they're like, oh, you know, milder. You don't have the pain, you just get nauseous randomly and you have issues with your vision and your perception and stuff like that. But like, you're not having the pain. So it's like, eh. But in reality, like, that kind of stuff can still stop you driving. It can still stop you going out of the house if you are someone like me who is very wobbly. Yeah, you know, I don't think I've ever had a silent migraine myself, but I know a few people that have. And it's still incredibly disruptive in day-to-day life. And again, because like you still require support for it, and you hope that you're never going to have to go through the pain as well. Oh dear. Medic stand where you can... I mean, they do have like a place for like paracetamol and stuff like that, but it must just be a different cultural thing or something, Luna, because you're not UK based, are you? I don't think so. The idea that you'd have to go in to get your medicines, like imagine trying to prevent someone coming in with an EpiPen or something like that. Like, why? Well, let them come in. I just, yeah, that logic there could legit get people killed. But I've never seen it. Yeah. Are you looking forward to the convention? Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I love conventions. It's such a good place to meet other cosplayers and talk about cosplay for like an entire day. And I do like the shopping that happens at conventions as well. Like you can buy lots of really cool stuff. While I'm not someone that goes to so many panels and does the signing stuff, I love group cosplay shots. I love seeing other cosplayers. I love hanging around other cosplayers. I like buying sweets. It's all good stuff. Yeah. Oh, and I like eating all the food they have at the convention as well. All that. Oh, sorry, there is a police van outside, I think. It stopped whooping, so maybe you'll be okay. I can hear it whooping. Hopefully you can't hear it whooping. Oh dear. Silent migraines interfered with my coursework and ability to do my hobbies. So much dizziness. Yeah, it's... The people that I know, they're like... Again, it's the driving, I think, is a big one. I think a lot of people think you can just drive with a migraine, where it's like, really, it's not particularly safe for most people to drive with migraines. Like, just generally, like, I was recommended a long time ago to, like, if you drive, stop. But then I was proper told that I wouldn't be able to drive a few years ago. Although, I don't know if it's the same thing, to be honest. It might just been the same thing with harsher wording. I don't have a license, so although I was aiming to get my license, you know, I can understand not. But that's because I have migraine symptoms nearly every single day, to some extent. So I can kind of understand. People that have them more intermittently, that's not going to be so much of an issue. But except on the day when you have it. And maybe you're like, you've driven off somewhere, now you need to drive home, but you can't drive because you're having a migraine, you can't see. And it can become like, yeah. I mean, that's kind of always one of my fears, is to get stuck somewhere with a migraine and not be able to get home. Ah, dear. I drive for my job all over the UK and a proper headache and I can't drive. Yeah, it's like, it takes you out. I mean, for me, I have spotty vision, so I can't really see very well, but also I really struggle with perception. Like, I'd say the bits that get hit the most are these. As I'm going through door frames, I'll just bash into them full force. Wait, driving the migraine is one of the worst things you could do. Yeah, well, because also cars all have lights on them. So like, they don't give out much stronger than 200, and they write you up on the list with a phone number keeping a watch over you. Luna, this rubs me the wrong way. I think for all the reasons I've explained before, that's a really dangerous practice. I understand making note of who has what going into the con, so that if somebody does have a seizure or like an incident or something like that, they know what they've taken. I can fully understand that. But not allowing people to take their own medication into the con, I think is exceptionally dangerous. Like, exceptionally dangerous. Because when you're queuing to get into the convention, what if something happens then? If you're on your way to the medic stand, what if something happens then? Like, a lot of people have topical medication that they have to take immediately, and there's no waiting around to go to a medic stand to be like, oh, I'm really sorry, I think I'm experiencing anaphylaxis. Like, no, they need it right then and there. I think it also takes away a lot of the people can deal with their own condition themselves. Like, I don't need someone to help me other than for like walking around. I don't need someone to help me take my meds. I can bring them with me. I can look after myself. I'm a responsible adult who can monitor their own medications and stuff like that. And I don't really need a lot of help with it. Now, again, announcing that I have it going into the convention, to an extent I can understand because it is packaged pills. But taking them off me? Dangerous. And a lot more dangerous for other people too. Oh dear. Wig! I hope you're having a good day. And Koya! I hope you're also having a good day. I hope you both had a lovely weekend. Welcome on in. How you doing? We're doing good. We are putting beads on the scales. Take mine with me anyway. I think that's the safe way of doing it, honestly. But I would genuinely... I don't want to ask what con it is because I'm pretty sure it's a local one for you and I don't want to dox you. That's not my intention. But I would maybe explain in an email why it's dangerous to not let people take medication with them. Like, checking it, fine. But you need it... I need my stuff with me at all times, right? And if you're not going to let that happen... If you want to word it harshly, it's discriminatory. If you want to go, like, all in with it, it's at the least dangerous, at the most active discrimination against people that are disabled and things like that. So, depends on how hard you really want to go on them. Like, if it's a nice con, you've never had any issue, maybe, like, bring it to them nicely. Like, hey, letting people take their own medication in is important. And, yeah, I'm never going there again. You got upset them this year. Fair. Good. If you make you upset, don't go. But yeah, like, I would like say it nicely if you don't get if you get along with them well. If you don't get along with them nicely, tell them they're being actively discriminatory against disabled people. I mean, because regardless, both are actually true. It's just one of them's worded a lot nicer. I myself didn't as well. I've been in pain, but I mean, I did play some good old FNAF 4 again. Kept dying on night 2, but that's what it is. I'm sorry to hear that you're in pain. I hope you feel better soon. Oh my gosh, that is absolutely stupid. They are one of the most basic things. Yeah. Dear. And she needs them for a blood sugar level. This is a thing. If you're going to prevent people taking in their own meds and then not have the meds people need or the things people need to manage their conditions, like, you're putting people in danger, really. That's not on. I mean, because it'd be one thing if this wasn't the case, because I am a big believer in if you know what's wrong with you and if you know what you need, you take it with you, because otherwise the only person you're putting at a bad place is you. So, like, be responsible, take your own medications with you, make sure that you're staying safe, because no one's going to look after you better than yourself, or maybe your doctor, but mostly yourself, day to day, and it's just a responsible thing to take the stuff you need with you. That being said, it's a little different at this convention if they're actively preventing people from making sure they can take their medicine. That then becomes the con's fault. I also met with a friend. Lovely. Heck yeah. Hey, Upchuck, how you doing, Bieber? Doing good. How you doing? Having a bit of a rant about a way that a con is handling people coming in with disabilities by basically taking their medication and telling them to go get it at the medic stand. I think that that's pretty awful, honestly. My first week on, not too bad. Oh dear, that's questionable at best. This is what I'm saying. At best, you're putting people in a dangerous position. At worst, you are discriminating. Like, there's really no way around it. Wait, what? Right? I just came back. It doesn't take a lot of thought to realize that you could kill someone with this. Like, genuinely. That kind of stuff to be like, you can't take this medication into the con with you. You have to go to the medic stand to go get it. You could kill someone. Someone's having an insulin drop and they can't inject, or like has anaphylaxis and they can't inject. You could kill someone. And it won't be me, but it would potentially be somebody else. It doesn't take a lot to think that that's like a really stupid rule. I told them how stupid it was. Good. It's very stupid. And you know what will happen probably? Someone will die, or someone will nearly die, and then they'll change the rule. But, you know, it does bear looking at, because it takes away a lot of, you know, again, individuality from people to say that they can't handle their own medications when most of us have had our conditions for a very long time. If we're having to medicate daily, right? We're not new to whatever's going on. But also, yeah, it could actively put people in danger if they have to take topical stuff immediately, right? I wouldn't go to that con purely based on that. Regardless of, I know you've not had a good time there, but based on that one rule alone, it would prevent me from going to that convention. Somebody did end up in hospital. Well, there you go. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of thought to realize that that is going to happen if you take medication away from people who are disabled. Like, what are you expecting? You expecting us to just, oh yeah, all right, funnily enough, I'm absolutely cured now that you've taken my meds from me. Turns out that was what was making me sick. No, like, people are gonna need that stuff. You didn't know the rule before I was there. Oh, I would have flipped out. I would have been there like, you can't take this from me. I need this. And if something happened between here and the medic booth and I didn't have this, that would be on you. Oh, I would have absolutely flipped on that. Because it's just I don't know. Maybe it wasn't meant in bad faith. To be honest, it probably wasn't meant in bad faith. It was probably meant to try and prevent people from bringing illegal drugs into the convention. But you know what you can do that's really easy? Put it as a rule that you can't bring illegal drugs into the convention. That way people who have to take medication aren't singled out as being different or having to do something else than other convention attendees. It means everyone is much safer, and you can check medication as it goes in to make sure that it isn't illegal, confiscate anything that is, and let people keep their daily meds. Yeah, I genuinely do not understand that. They changed it the day after. Oh, so they have changed that rule now, but the damage is done. Yeah, of course, because it was a very stupid rule. I guess at least they've changed it. I don't think they've ever been to a convention with that rule, though. Do they legit search your bags? Yeah, but they'll do that not for drugs. They have to. So what we have going into one of the biggest conventions in the UK, it's basically airport security. Now, if they see anything that's a little unusual in there, they'll probably ask, do you mind just telling me what this is for? Which is what I've had before. And I'll be like, those are to manage my my conditions. And they're like, that's fine, take it with you. But they'll also do the metal checking as well, which I always buzz for, and I have to show them where all the metal on my costume is. What they're looking for is normally weapons. Bombs, guns, anything that's a real weapon and not a fake one. That generally is what they're looking for. And, you know, again, most people don't bring that stuff to a convention, but when you've got over 100,000 people over the weekend, you do have to be careful. It does make you a target. So yeah. Makes me think about a classmate of mine ran out of antidepressants in the pharmacy, wouldn't give him more until the specific doctor prescribed it. Originally me prescribed it, told me I was ready to, you know, and he just had to wait doctor on hold for 2 weeks. And that's quite dangerous as well. So over here where I live in Wales, my experience have always been if I'm running out of medication, they'll start prescribing dailies or 2 a day kind of thing, so that basically you don't get a full prescription's worth until the doctor is re-signed, because that is kind of a procedure. But what you will get is 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, just to give it a bit more time for that full prescription to go through, so that you're never left without medication. And it doesn't matter what medication that is either. Also, baby, welcome on in. Thank you for the follow. Ah, dear. It's not Showmasters. No, Showmasters always have the waving guns for me, where they'll wave down my whole costume and they will check inside my backpack, but it's not quite the security level of MCM. MCM is much higher security, but they're also bigger conventions. Like the last time I went, there was like 144,000 people over the weekend. So, but the thing is, I don't blame them for that. I think that makes sense. Especially because previously in the UK we've had concerts targeted for attacks. Going in at a convention and doing the same kind of protocol to make sure nobody is bringing something dangerous in is quite important here. Yeah. Oi, 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 oi. And Leith, welcome on in. Hi, Shifty. Hi, Leith. Hi, baby. I hope you're all having a good day. Welcome. I hope you're having a good weekend as well. My favourite convention is in the fall. They take good of the care of the guests. They ask medication and use and take what they can in case you forget. Give you food and drinks you're not allergic to. Calling a doctor and asking for tips. Make sure that you're comfortable. Well, this is the thing. It's like, I'm not trying to be rude, but that really should be somewhat standard. Like, having a supply of, I think the ones I've been to, they generally have a supply of a lot of the stuff you need topically, like insulin, like anaphylactic stuff, you know, all that kind of stuff, to make sure no one is getting very sick and doesn't have enough medication. They wouldn't likely have my meds because they're a bit specific, and then it becomes on me to look after myself. But, you know, I also don't have to take, like, a huge EpiPen in with me. It's a bit different, I suppose, but yeah. To not have... Also, Shifty, if you want to know what conversation you've come into, and anyone else, there is a convention that Luna had to go... Well, they went to at one point where they wouldn't let you take your medication in with you. So you had to go to a pharmacy in the convention and pick up your medication if you needed it. But for a lot of people who need stuff topically, or people like me who have pretty unusual meds, yeah. It's incredibly discriminatory. Like, really. It just is. It's dangerous, and it puts people on a back foot immediately. Oh, dear. I need to call the pharmacy for my meds. You know, 5 days left, I call them, get new ones. Yeah. That's generally the same for me. Every 6 months, I get, recheck to make sure that I'm still on the right stuff and I'm not having any really negative side effects. And then they'll sign a new one. But, you know, it's because they have to take blood pressure and stuff like that every 6 months or something to make sure that it's all good. And that's the only time that I'd normally ever have to wait. Ah, day! Oh, I twisted my leg at that con. They took great care of me. Well, that's good at least. That's heckin' good. Honestly, that's quite scary as well in a costume. I'm assuming you were wearing a costume? Ooh. Ah, dear. Well, kind of shit move on their part. Like, that's definitely discriminatory. It's just blatantly making your con less accessible. Yeah. Like, there's not really a positive spin you can have on that particular rule. Apparently they have changed it now, but only after somebody was actually hospitalized. So, you know. Which, who could have seen it coming? Wow. You took medication off disabled people and then they're dying? Whoa. Crazy idea. Oh, dear. Conventions here in New Zealand ban guns, props, and military-looking cosplays after the terror attack in Christchurch. Most people are understanding as to why. A few vocal people. There will always be a few vocal people, but for the most part, people are pretty good. It's the same reason I always say, like, be really careful with the rules in your country. If your country says props have to have a red nib or something on the end, so it's obviously fake, don't skip that. You'll be arrested. Also, if you have guns that look, props that look like guns, well, if you have any weapon prop, if possible, wrap it up on your way to the convention so that you don't get arrested on the way for having a weapon in public. Even though you know it's fake, general public does not. And yeah, look after yourself. You don't want to get arrested. Oh dear, Scrappy Con and bad judgment. Yeah, I really like your voice. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. I hate my voice. I think it's absolutely goddamn disgusting, but I appreciate it. Yeah, I remember you mentioning this before, Luna. I know we talked about that in another stream. Yeah. Never make a gun prop without a red nib. Yeah. Like, you'll get arrested. Even if it's fake, and very obviously fake, you'll get arrested. Just don't do it. Also, Black Apple, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. Ah, dear. The first year that ban was in place, so many people replaced gun props with fake bananas. Became a whole thing here. It was great. Fake bananas. That would have made for a lot of really good convention photos, I expect. Like these really in-depth detailed costumes. Fake banana. How can someone win novice and professional? Yeah, I'm not going to go too into that because we did have a full discussion on that. Like, that was like 2 hours of stream content at one point, and it'll get me heated and I don't want to go over that again. But at the end of the day, that con does just sound bad. Bad. Yeah, bad. It was Bananageddon. It does sound very Doctor Who. Bananageddon. Oh dear. Not too bad. They updated the hair and now I'm just working on stuff. Do you have any pictures? But pictures? Did you post a picture? A new hair? Picture? I'm going on your Insta. There you go, Insta. Oh, that was such a cool costume. Not what I'm looking for, but it was very cool. Anyone who doesn't know, Black Apple's also a cosplayer. They make some really hecking cool stuff. I'm looking for pictures of Black Apple's hair. Up 51 students did the banana thing. Heck yeah! At the con I went to a few weeks ago, made a gun out of Monster Energy drinks cans, but it's not real, but it has the shape of it. I'm assuming, though, you'd still wrap it up before going to the convention. It's just not worth getting arrested on your way to the convention, because you might think it looks fake, but all it takes is one member of the public to report you, and you're arrested. You're arrested and checked, which will make you late for the convention at best, and they also might confiscate your prop at worst. Like, even when I've had bows without strings and stuff like that, I wrap them up because it's just gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. You just watched it and came here. Oh, okay, fair enough. It looked really funny. I bet it did. I bet it looked really hecking cool. Oh dear. I love seeing things made out of unusual costume materials. Oh dear. There we go. There was a little rant on well, it wasn't even a rant really, it was just common sense. Saying cons, you can see a bad week and just gonna change it to new cruise con. Heck yeah, go somewhere else. Heck yeah. I mean, this is why I have cons that I really like going to. Like, I love MCM. It's great. It does feel like you are secure there. It feels like, you know, people make sure the security is intense, but it's got an outside space and an inside space. It's got loads and loads of stools to shop through. It does have a lot of panels and celebrities for people that like that kind of stuff. It's not the reason I go, but it's, you know, it's there. And also it has a really good cosplay community that go to MCM. They're just huge, absolutely massive. And yeah, it's great. It's so good. It's so much fun. Oh yeah. They have a really good, what do you call it? The cosplay fixing zone? Basically, they have like an area right near where all the judging is as well, which I think is spot on. Basically, they have all the judging and then the cosplay fixing area right next door, where if you need something fixed, quickly duct taped, quick stitched, glue gunned, they'll come over and they'll help you fix your costume. It's a really good one. They've got like a lot of very talented crafters there, often. Yeah, it's good. This all together. Oh, thank you, Black Apple. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's getting there. We're finally seeing the shape of something like a cosplay coming forward, and I'm very excited about it. A bunch of people make tutorials on how to make fake bananas to replace different size guns, and there are patterns. Oh my god. Yes. See, now that's how you approach that kind of thing. Oh my god. And now I kind of want a banana gun. Not for that I need a gun for this costume, but a banana gun sounds kind of fun. On a cruise and cosplay sounds like a nightmare though. Really? Oh, maybe it's just because I like the idea of a holiday. I don't know, I think it sounds fun. No, I want one too. We all want banana guns. Oh, that would be a hell of a cosplay meet. Doesn't matter what your cosplay is from. But if you've got a banana gun, come to this event. Please excuse me. My mouth is struggling today. I can't talk. Oh. Deary me. Well, how long are we going for? Maybe 3 hours? Okay. I probably won't be streaming as long today just because I am recovering from a migraine and... I want to be better for tomorrow when we pattern some stuff and do free motion embroidery. Yes. I'd make it an 18 plus toddler. But I would take Captain Amelia with me. I want every Amelia cosplay. I want all of them. I'm also too hot again now, so I'm gonna take my jacket off. Jacket on, jacket off. Jacket on, jacket off. All of them. Alright, let's take it off. Ugh. Oh dear. This should have been called Hot and Cold and Hot and Cold and Hot and Cold, not beading and ironing, beading and ironing. Oh, you're gonna head out? Oh, you have to go out early and it was way too warm. Oh, bless you. Have a good nap. Thank you so much for popping by. It's always lovely to see you. Nah, get some good sleeps. Yeah. The fact that it takes this long to do even, how many have we done? 6? Crazy, crazy stuff. Oh. Jack, what? Oh no, my jacket. Jacket on, jacket off. No jacks. Oh dear. Imagine an Edward Kenway with 6 bananas. Oh dear, strapped across his chest, meeting up with Lara Croft in a banana thigh holsters. Oh, that sounds so good. Your money back from Bad Con weekend. Heck yeah. Oh my god, I want a banana. Where can I fit a banana on this costume? Banana trident, maybe? Like, instead of having the resin stuff, I just make 6 bananas and have them coming out at different angles on the trident. It actually doesn't sound too difficult to make, to be honest. That sounds pretty possible. I'd love to see Lara. I'd also love to see Lara bananas. If I have enough time, maybe I will make a banana prop as well. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time is the only thing. Oh dear. But if I have enough time, banana prop, banana gun, do-do-do, banana gun, do-do-do-do-do. Banana. Yeah. I could do like the sphere. I don't think being a gun is the only thing, but I could do the sphere top. And instead of having them as all like resin bits, have 3 bananas on each side, sticking out in different ways, because they're already kind of curved like bananas, aren't they? Just put in some bananas. I should really have this over here because that's what we're going to be working on, but there you go. It definitely has a lot of people embracing the play part of cosplay a lot more than before. Honestly, I think that's really good though. A lot of people get very wrapped up in the more serious side of costume and like trying to make things the best and like working themselves to the bone because of it. Whereas it should be fun. Should be fun. And yeah, I think that's really good. It brings some of the fun back, hopefully, for some people. Ah, dear. I mean, personally, I would say that I actually quite enjoy working myself to the bone. But these days I take cosplay a lot slower and more chill. Lady Deadpool, banana. See, now that would actually suit though. That would actually suit the character. Oh, I think nobody would even question you with that. They'd just be like, yeah, they're Deadpool. Having cosplays to wear to make people smile is fun. Yes, yes, that is fun. Ah, dear. Ah. I think that's probably what I've missed a lot about conventions, is that kind of aspect where you get to actually see people react to the costumes and like have a nice time acting character a bit. I guess though I'd have to be kind of pompous and rude because I am a boss monster. But you know, that kind of thing. Oh dear. I don't think I could handle it. It's not really a character I think that I'd be very good at. Not outside of a pantomime, maybe. Maybe in a pantomime I could do it. I was one of the ugly sisters once in a play. That was pretty fun actually. I did enjoy that. That's what I did for Pot of Greed costume. Yes. A boss monster. Yeah, I'm a boss monster. Oh dear. Well, she's the totemer of humanity, but like in the game she's a boss monster, so you know. There you go. I'd really like to do a costume from Final Fantasy Strangers of Paradise. Not a game I've played yet, but a game that I've seen a lot of clips from. So I can just walk around like playing my Limp Bizkit music and telling people bullshit. I think that'd be really fun. I even had some Yu-Gi-Oh cards to give out. Oh wait, that's so sweet. You give them 2 or something to everyone. That's really fun. I like that. I like that a lot. That's really cute. Oh dear. I wonder if there'll be many Strangers of Paradise costumes yet. Because it's quite recent. But I don't feel like... Oh no, some of the outfits are quite intense. Basically made a sandwich board and wore it. I mean, that, if you're being a Yu-Gi-Oh card, like that's the way to go, isn't it really? Oh dear. Yeah, I wonder if there'll be many Strangers of Paradise. Maybe 1 or 2. I really want to see all the chaos. I want to be at a Final Fantasy meetup where everyone's just there to kill chaos. It's their job to kill chaos. That's all they know. I really want to see that. Oh. Does anyone else here do cosplay bingo when they go to conventions? That's something that I play a lot. So I have like a little bingo card of things that I think I'll see and things that I want to see. And I try and get as many of them ticked off as possible. So I get a row. Cosplay bingo. Like, for instance, I'll often have Final Fantasy IX cosplay on there. Because I like to try and find Final Fantasy IX cosplayers. It's a lot easier if there's a Final Fantasy meet. I made a bunch of Zelda masks, but they are far too heavy to wear. Oh, Bieber! Oh no. Definitely. Cosplay bingo sounds fun. It's really fun. So just next time you go to a convention, make a little bingo card of things that you think you'll see and things that you want to see, so that you got like a little bit of a mix. Like, I might think I'll see a Harley Quinn cosplayer, but what I'd like to see would be a whole, I don't know, Batman ensemble. So I'd have both of them on there. Because otherwise, if you put lots of really obscure things on there, the likelihood is you won't actually see them all and you won't get bingo. But if you put some stuff on there that you think you see and some stuff that you want to see, and then see how many you can get ticked off. Oh dear. How many Dekus from My Hero Academia? That's a good one. Like, My Hero Academia you normally see a lot of. And yeah, Jinxes, that'd actually be a really good one to have on there, like Arcane cosplay. Yeah. I don't know if you do just Jinx or you do the whole Arcane, but like, someone from Arcane. And then you get a picture with them if you can. If they'll take pictures. That's what I'd do. I'd say, like, I want to see someone from Arcane, and if I spot a cosplayer from Arcane, ask if I can get a picture with them or a picture of their costume. And yeah. Ah, dear. Oh, you have to go to work, Riku? Oh, that's fine. Have some good... I hope work goes well. Heck yeah. Good luck, good luck. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there was... Is that Metal Gear Revengeance cosplay this year with all the memes lately? That's true, actually. I'm seeing a lot of Metal Gear memes. And to be honest, people can probably get those out of their wardrobe pretty easily, because of course it was a game that already existed. I'd also be looking out for Resident Evil 8 cosplays. Specifically, I want to find a Demitresque cosplay. I think. That'd be a cool one to have. I'd have that on my list. Cosplay of not consent. No. Oh wait, what am I? How many are trying to grope women because it's funny and in character? Oh yeah, no. It's obviously... and also, if you want a picture, ask. Because they might say they don't want any pictures. And if they say no, it's fine. You can still tick it off your bingo sheet. You just don't get the picture. And that's alright. Ah, dear. I have considered cosplaying a random NPC from Elder Scrolls carrying around the speech craft wheel, the second with the boast joke and coerce and admire and spin when people talk to me. Oh my god, that'd be so fun. I honestly think, like, NPCs in Oblivion, you got the Sims ones, all that kind of stuff, all those cosplays. They're a bit simpler, but they're so fun. And I love them. When somebody walks up to you and you turn to them and go, need something? Just because they want like a photo or something. Oh my god. 10 out of 10. I love them. They're so good. People are weird. They are. Halo would be another. Yeah, probably quite a few Halo, but oh my god, they're such good costumes though. They're so good. So good. What else has come out recently that might have people cosplaying? I'm trying to think, because Arcane, definitely that's a good call. That's going to get people cosplaying. I mean, there's normally a lot of, because League has a lot of good skins and they're very cosplayable. There's normally quite a few of them anyway. I mean, I might look out for other cosplays from Tactics Advance, but that's because of the costume that I'm doing. So I might personally keep out an eye for other, of course, just other Final Fantasy cosplayers in general, but specifically something else from Tactics Advance, I think would be one for me. Kelsey, good morning, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. But the Elden Ring, there we go, that's one that's come out recently. The thing is, Elden Ring costumes will be quite intense builds, because the likelihood is that I think at the moment you probably can't buy them. But also, they're all quite intense armor sets. I'd love to see some of them, don't get me wrong, because they're stunning. But I don't think I'll see as many, just because they probably take quite a while to make. Maybe some Rannies. But I think maybe not so many because of how difficult they are. Test builds much like the game, exactly. I went to a con that someone dressed up as what? Like Sleeve Frankie, but like Suppress. Oh my god, that's amazing. I'm thinking of making a dress from an NPC in Genshin, but for like normal wear, not per se. Oh no, that's fair. Heck yeah. Genshin has some beautiful character design. Beautiful. We were gushing about that earlier. Can guys go bare chest? Yes. Guys can go bare chest. Obviously, no one has permission to touch it. Like, that's that. But like, yeah, guys can go bare chest. I've seen some from what's the Firefight anime movie by Trigger. I know there's a character in there that's bare chested, and I've seen a few people do that recently. Intense builds most of the game. Yeah, the cosplay scene isn't huge in my area, so see what cosplayers will be the local con in 2 weeks. Ah, that'll still be lovely though. I'd still say pop something from Arcane on there because I expect there'll be some sort of Arcane cosplay. Yeah. Genshin is pretty heavily cosplayed, but I also am like, I also want to cosplay every single character in Genshin. I thought that was a bad knot. Let me redo that. Ah, dear, I was gonna say, let me sew from Elden Ring. I saw a Geralt and Havia cosplay, and the Geralt cosplay was shirtless. Yeah, that's why as well, like, a lot of female cosplayers, if they're cosplaying a male character, will make like a latex 6-pack or something like that that they can just go over, because yeah, otherwise, or they'll just, you know, adapt the costume so something covers the booba. But men can go out shirtless. Well, as long as, of course, rules change per country, but for most of the time, they can. Check with your own con to make sure if you're going to do a shirtless cosplay that it is okay. But I'd say most of the time I've seen it be fine. Oh dear. I heard that there's at least one con the USA does not allow. Yeah, I was going to say, like, depending on where you are in the world, there might be some that just don't allow it. I've not been to one, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did exist, because of course rules change from place to place. So before you go, just double check that it's allowed. It will normally say in the rules. V stole my heart. Oh, Vi even. Not V. I always call her V. Vi stole my heart. Yeah, she was Sweet Bean. Oh, dear. Zaska, Witcher cosplays. Yeah, you good. I got you. As soon as I saw the first one, I was like, Geralt is a Witcher cosplay. I'm a dad of 2 would 100% need latex 6-pack. Oh, dear. It just makes it easier, you know? I could work out, or I could just slap a latex 6-pack on and be like, done. Oh, dear. Ah, stretch. I've got on a lot more done on my cosplay if you want to see. Oh, can you pop it in the Discord? And I'll have a look. Heck yeah. I'd love to see. We just don't have links in chat, so I'll need to go in the Discord. Oh. I shall wait. What? Oh, bless you, Sweet Bean. Oh, dear. So busy. So I got confused because I saw something I wasn't expecting. I once dressed as a gender-bent war boy from Mad Max Fury Road. And someone asked if I was wearing a t-shirt when the war boys don't. No, gender confusion. I was very apologetic when they realised what the issue was. Oh, bless them. I will say, going up and telling someone that their cosplay is wrong, bit weird. But yeah, I get it. At least they were apologetic. Can also change per year because things can happen, so it's easier to read it every time. Yeah, I would agree with that, anime. Always keep an eye on the rules, especially if you know you're going to be bringing something that may be a bit further out. I debate whether I should thin my Majora's Mask to make it more wearable. How long will it take, and is it worth it? Ah, dear. What's the Discord link? Oh, there you go. Sorry. Yeah, it should be right there. We don't have it under the stream, unfortunately, but we do have it there. Ah, dear. There we go. Okay, posted it. Nice! I'll go have a quick look. The peanut butter roll, yeah. Peanut butter roll. Bam, bam. Oh, that's so cute. I love the little pouch as well. That's lovely. Oh, and the big old bell. Oh my god, yeah, cute. Look at your big bell. Oh my god. So cute. It's solid wood and it's about 3 inches thick. Oh, that is quite thick. I bet it looks great, but who are you? As in, don't make a costume out of food. Yeah, very important. Don't do it. They didn't tell me the cosplay was wrong. They had a full conversation asking about the costume. Oh, okay. It was just funny. You know, I'm always wary because there are people that come up and be like, you're missing something. I know. Of course, I think most people know that it is bad cosplay etiquette to go up to a cosplayer and tell them that something is wrong or inaccurate, but people still do it. I think it's because a lot of people see cosplayers as like people at Disney or something like that, where like they're wearing a costume but they haven't necessarily put thousands of hours into it. But when you go up to a cosplayer and you're like, you know, this bit's not accurate or you're missing this bit, most of the time the cosplayer knows and doesn't want it like shouted out in front of everyone. Oh dear. Heck. Oh. There we are. Oh, never mind, you got it? Am I missing the Discord link? Nah, you got it, it's right there. Heck yeah. There was someone who made a costume out of peanut butter years ago. It was pretty bad, so I heard, and now lots of cons have put a rule about it. Yeah, I mean, obviously making costumes out of unconventional materials is really fun, and I think that should be encouraged, but not something that is, like, currently in the process of disposing. Or, like, it's decomposing in front of you. No, food's probably not a good one. And also, of course, because people have peanut allergies, or allergies in general to lots of different things, it could get quite dangerous. Not a good call. I would be surprised if they had even been let in the convention, honestly, if they were covered in peanut butter, because that is a walking allergy for some people. Oh dear. There was someone who made a costume out of that one. Why people like that about accuracy? I don't know. Because I tend to make my costumes out of maybe slightly unconventional materials, comparatively to what the concept art is, I'll often switch things around a bit. I've had a few people come up to me and say things like, you know, wouldn't it be better if you wore a wig? Or like, I really like the costume, but I think it's a bit weird having foam on your head kind of stuff. And it's like, okay. I appreciate the input, thank you very much. Or like I'll add details because I want to make like an anime costume more detailed, and then someone will be like, yeah, but the character doesn't have that. You've just put that on, the character doesn't have it. And it's like, okay, thank you, very cool, I appreciate it. Ah dear. Yeah, I had somebody ask so when I was in the Lakshmi costume, I didn't make like the big back panel, really. I made like some smaller wings, but then I decided to remove them last minute because it wasn't very comfortable. And someone asked why I didn't do it. They were like, there's a massive back panel, why didn't you add that? That would have been really impressive. And I'm just there like, but is my cosplay not impressive already? You could just say it if that's what you think. Oh dear. I also had somebody, when I made my Madoka one, it's weird because these kind of comments stick with you. So my wings had broken in the first 5 minutes of the convention, and then later somebody came and they did like a glomp hug. This was when this was still quite a popular thing to do. But they ran up and they glomp hugged me and they ripped my cardigan because there were holes in it where the wings used to be. And of course my wings had broken, so I'd taken them off. And then they ripped my cardigan. And the person was very apologetic and they were really, really sorry. And like I went back to the hotel and fixed it. But on my way back, I had somebody make a comment about it, like not having the cardigan and having my shoulders and such exposed. I'm not going to say exactly what they said. It was quite the accusation, what they said about me when I was like that. And you just don't know what to say. No, actually, I will tell you what they said. They asked if I was sexualizing a minor. You know what? Get it out there. That's what they said. They said, are you sexualizing a minor? Because Madoka's a kid. And I was just there like I nearly cried. I was at that point so done because my wings had broken. Another con-goer had broken my cardigan. And then I was told that I was sexualizing children because of it. And I was just like, because it's the thing, you never know. Like in my case, I'd literally had 2 items of my costume break. Like you don't know. Somebody might be missing an item because it's broken. And it might be upsetting the cosplayer a lot more than it's upsetting you. Oh my god, I remember that. And that just, it made me so self-conscious about it as well. Because like, my intention was never to sexualize the character. I loved that character. And I spent months and months sewing all the ribbons into the skirt and all that kind of stuff. It was the first cosplay I made from scratch myself. And yeah, it like completely put me off it. Oh dear. Aside from mate asking me to try corsets out, heck yeah. Maybe that's one reason why I'm like making gender bent cosplays, because I'm already going to need to change the design so accuracy becomes less of an issue. Yeah, I'd be honest, I think some of the comments I've had are probably less about accuracy and more people just being generally rude. I mean, there's a lot of comments I've had as well that also rub me the wrong way that aren't quite as bad. I love Jinka. Yeah, I love those too. All the cosplays of like Digimon, Pokemon, Animal Crossing, all that kind of stuff. I love it. And before they didn't even have a costume. No, they didn't have a costume on. They were like, they came up to me with their camera and then they were like, just a heads up, are you doing Madoka Goddess? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, well, you know they're a child, right? And I was just like, I want to die. I want to die. Like, this is... And also, it kind of like, I did the costume as accurately as I could, and it has a very low front. There was only so much I could do about that, and like, I was already a self-conscious person about that kind of thing. I'm not now. Now I talk about tits 24/7. But like, at the time, I was quite self-conscious because, you know, it wasn't something that I would ever be used to showing, but like, because it was a really low cut dress, there wasn't very much I could do if I wanted to stay accurate. But I tried to make it cute and sweet, and I sewed hearts into all the seams and stuff like that, because I was like, there's nothing I can really do about my body, but I want this costume to look good because it's a character I love. I have lots of Madoka figures in the background as well. I don't know if you can see most of them. I got all of them as chibis. I have 2 Madokas, 1 Homura as well. Like, I love that series. But yeah, it proper put me off cosplaying, at least the main one, because I was making a costume from the spin-off, but I can't really imagine doing any of the main 5 girls again, because that was a rough con. It was also the convention I could only attend for 2 hours because I was so sick the rest of it, because at that point I wasn't really managing my condition very well. So like, I was hysterical, like hysterically crying, because I was so done with my situation. I was like, and none of those comments needed to be made, honestly. And of course, you know, at the end of the day, the person very much apologized about breaking the thing, and I don't hold, it's not their fault. Like, it was an accident. Like, I'm sure they learned after that not to jump on cosplayers, and I bet they've never done it again. And the wings breaking was just like a really bad turn of the weather, but it was just one thing after the other. Only being able to attend for 2 hours, having people accuse me of sexualizing minors, and yeah, having people break my costume. That was a turning point convention for me, where I was like, I need to, first of all, get myself in better shape, and you know, not to change my physical appearance so much, but as to like know what I need to do if I'm not well at a convention, so that I can still go to the convention. Basically prep myself a bit better. But then also make sure I put up that people cannot touch my costume. Please do not touch my costume, because it might break. And everyone's been very respectful of that since then, basically, except for like a few people that didn't touch the costume, they just touched my ass. Most of the time it's been very respectful since then. And yeah, and also I manage it better going to conventions these days than I used to. So overall, I've never had another convention like that since, but it sticks in your head. Oh dear. Your ass? What? Have you never had your ass grabbed, Black Apple? It's just common con things. Nah, it doesn't happen too often. I've had no one's. At the time, I was a bit self-conscious about speaking up. Now I do it quite loudly if someone grabs my ass. But like before, I just kind of let it happen. I also had somebody manhandle me properly at a convention once, where they were like grabbing my arms and posing me. I didn't like that. I don't like to be touched. You wouldn't know that unless I told you. But I feel like the general rule is you ask before you force someone into a position and touch them. Because, yeah, I don't like being touched. Dear. What? I tend to cosplay dwarf men, scary creatures. No one's grabbed your ass? I'll be honest, the people in your area must be into weird things if no one's grabbed your ass at this point. Jesus. Not that I hope it never happens to you, but like, I am surprised. I was at a photo shoot dressed as Black Cat and had some skeevy looking guy that's dressed as Green Arrow think my cleavage was a good spot to stick an arrow. Oh, that is really creepy. Jesus Christ, I guess people don't have fetishes. That's terrifying. I would have been mortified at that. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I've had people make comments about, I don't know how to put this. There is not really a good way of putting it. Talking about my body and the costume working well because of specific assets. I've had a few comments like that. I've not had someone full on stick an arrow in my tits yet. That'd be new. But I've had a few comments like that are just like, you know, it looks really well because of this and this. And I'm like, okay. I'll be honest though, I still think the comment that annoys me most at conventions is, you're the best version of so-and-so character I've seen today. Or, you're the best Final Fantasy cosplayer I've seen today. Which doesn't even sound like an insult, but God does that piss me off. Like, I don't want to be compared to other cosplayers, ever. And you might think you're saying a nice thing by comparing me in a positive light, but really you're just putting every other Final Fantasy cosplayer down, or you're putting every other version of my character down, and as a cosplayer, that's incredibly offensive. Like, I think when you get annoyed at that kind of thing, people are like, whoa, why is she getting so funny with me? I don't understand. Like, she's acting up suddenly, because all I did was compliment her, and it's like, you didn't. You put down every other cosplayer that near me, basically, and, you know, I don't want to be built up on other people being put down. I think that's still the thing that annoys me the most, because I think that it happens the most. I think comparatively, like, people don't grab my ass that often. People don't make comments about my tits that often. But people do compare me to other cosplayers every convention I go to. Everyone. Whether it be conventions, like people at that convention, or from previous conventions. Oh, the best Guild Wars cosplayer I've ever seen. I don't want to hear that. Not really. Please just compliment me on my costume, not on comparing me to other people. Because it's just, I don't want to be boosted up by you putting other people down. And people don't seem to get that sometimes, where they're like, but I don't understand, I was just complimenting your cosplay. Like, you know, I don't get why you're so upset about that. Like, I didn't say anything rude, but like, yeah. People do not realize this is not an endearing compliment. It is not an endearing compliment. Yikes. It's a competition we didn't ask for. Exactly. Like, if I go into a competition and I win it, there you go. I won the competition based on judges who know cosplay. I don't want to be randomly compared to other cosplayers walking around a convention when I'm probably just there for fun. Oh dear, geek people. It is, yeah. Yeah, my first con, 2010, we dressed as Cubone. Mind you, this was my first proper cosplay, and even my skull was paper mache, and I was wearing a loincloth with biker shorts and a bathing suit top, lol. We were at some skit show, which was absolutely hilarious, but they were going around making jokes about cosplays, and they looked at me and went, Cubone, you've evolved. Because my cleavage was on full show. Sorry, that was wordy. Thank God I had legal adult. Well, that was a thing as well. Like, you don't know anyone's age at the convention. You don't. The first time someone grabbed my ass at a convention, I was underage. Yeah. And, like, this is part of the reason why I was probably quite shy about it and I didn't really know what to do. But, like, you just grabbed the ass of a minor. Yikes. Like, had I gone and said anything, that would have been absolutely an arrestable offence. And you don't know. Some people look younger than they are, some people look older than they are. Damn, some people are like that. Yeah, it probably would have been way more upset if I wasn't 18. But this is a thing, like, when I was under 18 and cosplaying, I didn't know. Like, I didn't know that wasn't, like, something that just happened. I thought it was normal. And I was like, well, I kind of just have to deal with it then, I suppose. And obviously, as an adult, not normal. If someone grabs your ass, you're absolutely welcome to make a scene about it. In fact, I encourage it. Of course, sometimes it's going to be an accident and people just won't know where to put their hands and they'll think they've got your back, but they've actually got your ass. And of course, those sort of mistakes will happen. But if you turn to them and say, can you take your hand off my ass? And they don't, or they blame you for the cosplay that you're wearing, well, yeah, that's like you should be able to report. Over 18 or under 18, you have to stay off someone else unless it's with consent. Well, yeah, absolutely. But the thing is, I think when it's over 18, over here, it's not really seen as like a... It's like, you could put it down as sexual assault, but like most of the time they'll just give them a slap on the wrist and that'll be it. Whereas, although to be fair, security is a lot better than they used to be, so maybe they would have be escorted out of the event. But if it's a minor, it's like a whole different, you know, process of what's going to happen to you now. For kids coming into the scene now, yeah, I'm glad the cosplay consent movement became a thing. Yeah, like it's a lot better than it used to be. And like, I think just in general for anyone going, most of the time cons have pretty intense security these days, so that if something like that does happen to you, this is the advice I give to everyone though, especially if you're a bit newer to cons. If people ask for a photo with you, ask if you can take a photo too. That way, if they do something inappropriate, you can show the photo to security, and if they don't do something inappropriate, you've got lots of pictures of your cosplay. So yeah, that is literally the advice I give to everyone if you're going to a convention. If someone asks for your photo, ask if you can take a photo too. I'm quite lucky. I go with someone that is 6'3", looks like they've played rugby for a long time, and generally if anyone tried to put their hand on their ass, they'd have this massive guy leaning over them. So like, I've been a bit better in the last few years, but it shouldn't be that you have to have like a bodyguard with you, you know? It should just be a respect thing, and most of the time people are okay. It's bad people do that. It's very bad. Let's not get into the talks being crazy. Yeah, creepy even. Using that logic, you can grope away at beaches. Yeah, and women in swimsuits, which is like a nope. Nope. No, you can't get away with it, but I will say the laws are often lenient. Which, it's not okay. It's definitely not okay. It's absolutely assault, but like, I've seen people get away with it. There was a time where a daughter dressed as Pinkie Pie, and others called was dressed as Cheese Sandwich, took a pic, and when I posted, people commented about about couples' costumes. Oh, that's a bit creepy. Maybe confirm that they're a couple first. Oh, it's great to say that was not the case. Yeah, there we go. I'll be friends with the whole time in the con, but I don't think I'll have any harassment issues with how covered my costume is. Well, you say that. You say that. Look after yourself. Definitely look after yourself. Oh my god, it's Mel! Welcome on in. How you doing? I've loaded the Marty Discord. Oh, I'd love to see. Give me 2 secs. I'll just say hi to the raid peoples, and then I will absolutely go look. Hi Mel, welcome on in. And Shady and Bookish and Brom. Oh dear. And Jungle and Mama, welcome on in. I need to do you a shout out. How was your stream? Did you have a good time? What did you get up to today? That's the vomit emote. We don't have one, unfortunately. You've joined the conversation talking about inappropriate things people do at conventions. Welcome. Welcome to a conversation. How's your day? It's going well. How was your stream? I can see you doing makers and crafting, but what specifically were you getting up to? Cross stitch of art? Oh my god. Emote cross stitch. Very hecking cute. I'm assuming it's going well. Oh dear. That's hecking cool. We are putting beads on scales at the moment. Beads on scales. Let me just have a little look, because actually somebody in the community did just post something in crafts. Oh, it's so good. Oh my god. They're amazing. They are amazing. Oh, the spikes look fantastic. That's so good. And you've got such a clean looking eye there as well. That's very hecking nice. That's very hecking nice. Also, I love your profile picture. Oh dear. Fun. How are the scales going? So we've made 98. They all need to be beaded, but they get smaller as they go down. So as you can kind of see at the ones here, like they're much smaller than this. So we're starting with the largest ones. We're working our way down to the smaller ones. It's got to post my Lady Demetress necklace. Oh, did you? Is it the laws that are lenient or the judges executing them that are too loose? Yeah, that's, sorry, the second, the latter. They're not executed. Most of the time people get a slap on the wrist before anything happens. Yeah. For years it's always been legal to improperly touch another person. What stranger is it that we need new laws for it? No. It's like, there are the laws there, but whether they go with the law. Oh my god, also that necklace is perfect. Jesus Christ. Oh, that looks so good. That is gorgeous. Like, oh my god, you have nailed that. That is so good. I would see that hanging around my cosplay room and I'd be like, I gotta go. Look at this. How about a condu? It's, I like to make sure I tell people their costumes even if I'm walking past them. Me too, yeah, a condu. That's an absolute do. Like, if you like someone's costume, you don't have to ask for a photo. You can just tell them that you like it, that you think it looks good. Like, it could just be like oh, I like your costume, by the way. Keep walking. Or you look fantastic as so-and-so character. Like, you done a really good job on the costume. Keep going. Like, it can just be that. And, like, it doesn't have to be more. You don't have to have photos with every cosplayer you meet. But, like, just a little, like, nod can make someone's day. Yeah. Absolutely. That's a big heck yeah. Like, I think most people at conventions don't have anything wrong with you actually just complimenting their costume, whether they made it or bought it. Or, like, it could just be really nice to see that so-and-so costume. Ah, dear. And that could be it. I don't think I've ever met anyone that have an issue with that sort of thing. It's when you're actively comparing cosplayers to other cosplayers. Like, oh, you're the best version of this character, or, like, you know, in a nasty turn, like, I've seen better of your costume today. It's cool to see so many, but I like that one more. I don't think that one happens very often. I think it is more the positive comparison, but, like, it's still not a nice thing to have happen. We'll even do a thumbs up. Yeah! Have you read Bedazzled by Ryan Lasala? It's about a cosplay streamer and a huge con event. I have not. That sounds right up my alley. Also, Ned, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. We're talking a little bit about cosplay. As always... We're always talking about cosplay, but we're kind of specifically talking a little bit about stuff at events. I'd always say, like, look after your own back. Like, watch your own back, because whenever you go to an event with tens of thousands of people, there will be a few bad eggs there. But these days, at the big events, at least in the UK, you have to have a pass if you take photos inside. Like, not like the individual, but if you have like a big camera, you get a pass for that. So basically, it kind of weeds out photographers that might have been a bit more iffy in the past, which has been a big issue. It doesn't change the fact that you can have a photo with any cosplayer, as long as you're just asking, which means there will still be some weird people. The other thing is taking pictures of people without their permission. So, like, just like as they're walking by, taking a picture of them. I know that a lot of people that attend these conventions are quite shy about asking, but it is kind of rude. In the same way that you wouldn't take a picture of somebody walking by on the streets, it is kind of rude. And I get that you're shy, but if you go and ask a cosplayer, even if they say no, I don't think you'll get a bad reaction for asking, because by asking for a photo, it is a big compliment, right? That is just straight up a compliment. So even if they can't do it right now, or they're a bit busy, or they're on the way to a panel or something like that, so they can't stop, you've basically complimented them. They're not going to give you a bad response. Yeah. Oh dear. I'm actually going to try and lay down again. Woke up at 6:30. Oh, bless you, Kelsey. Get some good sleep. Thank you for popping by. I haven't been to a con in so long. I went to a con where I was in college, and of course it was a huge one. I'd like to go again in the future. I love conventions. I love them so much. I know we're talking about like a lot of negative stuff, but I genuinely adore going to conventions. That makes me so mad. It takes a second for me to stop pose and give you a better photo that isn't blurry. Yeah, and the thing is, the idea that we don't see it, like, we do. We see it. We see you taking pictures out of the corner of the eye. Like, I remember eating a hot dog and someone like walked up, took a photo and left, and I'm like, I am covered in ketchup. Like, I was probably shoving the hot dog in my mouth at the time. Like, I don't know what kind of photo you have other than like you're gonna head off as well, Mel? That's fair. Get some good rest and snacks after your stream. Thank you so much for raiding again. Have a lovely rest of your day. And if anyone's looking for another crafter on Twitch, there you go. One has just popped by, and that's Mel. We went to Dragon Con. That is a big one, isn't it? The only bad experience I had was my shoe. You do a lot of walking at conventions. You want to be careful that you've got the right shoes. Right footwear makes a big difference. And the only bad... Exactly, yeah. Like, the kind of pictures people get, I think, a lot of the time are just so bad. And it does... You know, coming up and asking for a photo, it's a massive compliment. So you're not doing anything wrong by doing it. Cosplayers will love you for it, even if they can't stop right then and there. Even if they can't take a photo. But they'll appreciate you asking, you know? First of all, because you asked and you didn't just do it, but also because it's basically a compliment. Yeah. Condu, comfy shoes. Yeah. So I have a pair of flats that I take with me to every convention, just in case my actual convention shoes are not comfortable. Because normally I wear heels because of the costumes I do. And if by any chance my heels stop being comfortable at some point during the convention and I just can't handle it anymore, I change into my flats. Because flats are really small and they don't take up a lot of space in my bag. And it just means that if 8 hours in I'm struggling, I can just change to my flats. I might even make some custom flats for this one, just if I have any spare purple fabric so that they still match the costume. But yeah. I didn't know, because my favourite band was playing, I didn't know they did it everywhere. Oh, I did have a bad experience when I told someone no once. I was sitting down, had everything off, and someone was like, can I get a photo? And I said, no, I'm resting right now, so you can get one later. And an hour later, the same thing happened. I'd moved position, but it was resting again. They bitched at me that I should be more in shape if I wanted to do intense costumes. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so you're never entitled to a photo. You're never entitled to any interaction with anybody. Like, let alone in a convention. So to have a go at someone because they don't want their photo taken, because this is the thing, there will be some cosplayers that want no photos of them taken at a con. They might be in full costume, they might look fully ready to pose, but they might not want you to take a photo. They might not want anyone to take a photo. They might not be feeling very well, or they just might genuinely not like that sort of thing. So just expecting that because they're at the convention that they deserve one, you deserve like a photo, like, no. That's just plain rude. Yeah, it is. It's just incredibly rude. Oh, dear. Oh, Fern, hello. Yeah, that was the worst thing I've had happen. I was like, excuse you? Definitely not now. Yeah, no. Yeah, like, I'm sorry, now that you've bitched at me and told me how bad it is that I've said no to a photo, yeah, sure, now I'll take a photo with you. You've opened my eyes. Like, what? Funnily enough, that's not exactly how it goes. Oh, dear. Yeah. You're entitled to say no to anyone. You're also entitled to say yes to 10 people and no to one person just because you don't feel comfortable. They deserve a photo. They don't. Yeah, that was in Tourbillon. Oh, is that the Overwatch one? Or is that Overwatch or is that Lord of the Rings? It is a dwarf, isn't it? Ah, dear. And yeah, stinkingly hot. Yeah, that's the thing. Cosplayers, even if you're doing a light cosplay, the likelihood is you will need to take breaks because it is quite an intense activity. And yeah, if you're wearing a really heavy one like that, like you of course you're going to need breaks. Some conventions will even have specific rooms for big cosplays like that to chill out away from other people. Yeah, you're going to need breaks. I normally need a break every 2 hours for me. I'd assume some cosplayers don't want amateurs to take photos of them either because they are paid by a professional. Exactly, that's a very good point as well. If they are a professional cosplayer, they might only do paid photo shoots. And so they don't want random photos around where they're not as high quality because it's their job. And that's completely fair. And they're just as allowed to be there as everyone else. Oh dear. That taught me a lot about just sticking up for myself and saying no. Yeah. You could say no to every photo op at the convention. Like, you won't probably have as many photos, but you can absolutely do that. And that's well within your rights. If you don't feel up to it that day, don't. I have 2 rules. Never ask for a photo when I sit down or eat. The thing is, I don't mind if you ask, but take no for an answer. If I'm sat there, hot dog half in mouth, and you ask for a photo, I'll probably be like, I need to finish my food. So come back in like an hour. Yeah. Good rules. Yeah, I think that's a good one though for you as well. Like, for anyone, if you see a cosplayer sitting down eating, it's probably not the best time to ask. Also, Sandman, welcome on in. If they ask, I say no. Yeah. I mean, when you see a cosplayer eating, they're not gonna suddenly prep themselves for a photo most of the time. And listen, I spend a lot of time at conventions eating. That's one of my main things I like at conventions. I like to eat all of the food they have there. If you've caught me in one of the times when I've got, like, you know, a waffle cone in one hand and rice in the other, like, I'm not posing for you, I'm eating. I am going to continue to eat. Duo, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good day. That might be the only time I'm eating all day. Oh, yeah, to be fair, there are some cosplayers who can't eat or drink very easily in their costume. And so, like, that's absolutely, I always make it so that I have my, like, I don't need to be able to see, I don't need to be able to hear, but I do need to be able to feed. And so I always have my mouth free so that I can feed at a moment's notice. I am a hungry bean, I hunger. And they start whining about why they won't get any. Well, that's a shame, isn't it? What a shame that you let someone go eat their food. Oh no! I'm almost done with the casing. Heck yeah. Thank God I had my hat on when I was eating. I always have my mouth free. There are so many costumes where I can't hear or I can't see, but I'm like, mouth though? Free. I need that. I need that to consume food. I guess it might be a little different with this costume because I'll probably end up making a face mask for it. Oh, well that's beads all over my desk. Thanks for that, scale. There we go. But yeah, you know. The old eating cosplay, yeah. Your face always covered. I couldn't handle that. I need to eat at a moment's notice. Like, if I see a good food, I'm sorry, you wanted photos, you wanted all this? Can't do it. I have to eat that food right now. That's another thing. If I'm queuing for food, please don't ask me for photos because it's awkward. You can ask, I suppose, but I will say no. Because I don't want to hold up the staff running the stall because I'm having a photo shoot. I just feel really awkward about that. So I'll always say no if I'm queuing for food. Even though it might look like I'm in full costume and I'm ready. Because I'm queuing for food, I won't say yes. I don't want to hold anyone up. But these are also just like regular people things, I think. Cosplayers, not humans, and they don't need food. Nope, no food, no water. Although please do drink. At the very least, please drink. Ideally, also eat. The amount of cosplayers I've seen faint from not drinking enough. Oh, please drink. Please, if you go to a convention, please drink. Bring water with you. And like maybe a refillable bottle. All the potatoes. Food is more important. For me, food is definitely more important. But I have seen a lot of people collapse from dehydration, which is quite dangerous. Oh, dear. I need to make cosplay of Sasha from Attack on Titan, so I can spend all day. Oh my god, that would be oh, that would be a really good eating cosplay. Heck yeah. We'll all become Sasha, and we'll all be eating non-stop. Oh, I snapped my needle. God damn it. I do have more beading needles coming in the post. Oh, for God's sakes, Jelly. Every time. Every time. I'm sorry. I'm very strong, and my superhuman strength makes it so that I break my needles pretty damn frequently. I'm trying to work out what's happened here as well. I think I need to be quite careful here, honestly. And then just open this up, I think. I don't want to have to wreck these beads, to be honest. I think they need to go through there, right? No, it's still in the knot if I do that. God damn it. Okay, what I might do then is just trim this, because, you know, I can't really use it anyway, and tie it off. And then I'll have to trim that too. Yeah, that was just all over quite a bad one. Oh dear. It happens. What I'll do is when I start the next one, I'll tie it to that. Oh yeah. And then I should be able to thread beads over the tie. Yeah. Okay, except I can't do that right now because I snapped my needle. Do I have any more? I don't know that I do have any more beading needles. I swear, I did buy more because I knew. I was like, I'm running out of beading needles. I'm gonna need more, so I'll buy more, but these aren't beading needles, these are just sharps. They're really obvious because they're really thin, like really, really thin, and they're kind of bendy when you mess with them. Ah, bollocks. How many times has this happened now? This is like, right, I'm gonna have to end stream because I've broken my needle and I don't have any replacements. I don't know how many times this has happened on my stream now. I've just snapped all of my equipment and I can no longer continue. I'm so sorry. We were on a roll here and we were talking about good stuff. I am sorry, my bad. Oh dear. Well, the potato stand outside the con and I was dressed as Sasha and it was perfect. I bet you got some good photos of that potato. Went to my first Comic-Con where I lived, me and a female Anakin waiting in line for food and someone asked, would you mind getting a photo with you? We looked at each other like, I don't even know who you are, but let's do it. Aww. Dear, be well. Thank you. Thank you. End stream because of broken needle again. Do you know how many times that's been? Now, I have no idea. It's alright, I know who we're raiding into today. So I think Therefore I Tom is doing a charity stream for Ukraine, so we're going to be raiding into them today. You did a shorty stream. I did! I nearly hit 4 hours, but not quite. I'm trying to do 6-hour streams at the moment is the thing. So 4 hours is a little short for what I would like, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll come back tomorrow strong because I'm using the sewing machine and it doesn't matter if I have beading needles or not. Yeah, stick around because we are doing a raid on somebody who is doing some stuff for charity, and it's always nice to support people doing for charity, especially when it's such a good one. They do need a lot of help and support in Ukraine right now. So yes, Jesus Christ, there's quite a lot of you here today. What are you all doing here? You all here for the cosplay stuff? Dear, not an earlier today anyway. Dear, I don't really want to knot it until it's on another needle, to be honest, but I'll just leave it very safe somewhere. I'll give it to you guys. There you go. As long as you guys don't break it, it's fine. You have big responsibility now. You have to look after my unfinished scale. But tomorrow we'll be back doing free motion embroidery. We'll be doing more work like that and basically adding the extra bits onto the tail that we need to do before we add all the scales. So yeah, we'll be doing that tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Have a lovely rest of your day. It just got time for some beading, except now I snap everything. I did say I was doing a short stream. That's true. That's true. I can go look after myself then. That's not so bad. All right. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much for popping by. Thank you for the raids, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care. Bam, bam, bam.